Hello and welcome in, everybody. How are we doing? It's Monday night, and we got something a little juicy for everybody today. On the screen in front of you is a new series being presented live, and it starts right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition, presented by D. Racing. Oh, you heard us correct, and we're at round 1. Amateur division tonight, and we are Brands Hatch in the United Kingdom. It is a real world circuit. It's a tarmac surface. It appears in Gran Turismo 6 GT Sport, and Gran Turismo 7 has 2 current layouts in the game. All right, let's rip through this here. We're slightly behind today's start of the season. That's pretty normal here for GT45 Gaming. I'm your host for the evening. Welcome in, everybody. Family friendly broadcast. Get the kiddies, get the popcorn, get those fresh cold beverages. Settle in. We got 2 sprint races, and we're going to break it down for everybody right now. Quality settings are set same as our race settings for each individual round here this season. Lobby opens at 9 p.m. Eastern time here, and official race starts at 9:30. So that's when we'll be starting our qualifying here this evening. That's why we got to get through this really quick. VOP is on. Tuning is prohibited. There is no boost. Slipstream is real. The grip is real. Damage model is on heavy. They start with 100 liters of fuel, and there is no everything. This is the amateur division, so we're allowing driving aids, and everything else minus traction control and ABS is prohibited. What else do we got? Drivers must use the required mandatory tire for a minimum of at least 1 lap. Out lap does not count as a full lap, so they have to take the out lap, a full lap around, and then they can bring that thing in and change tires. Tuesday morning, good morning over there in Australia. We got an Australian driver here as well. Hey, what's up, Seth? Appreciate you, my guy. All right, so on our docket here this evening, 2 sprint races for everybody. That's right, 2 races 3 times this season. That's right, every week 3 rounds of racing for the same round. We got 3 divisions, and it's going to be juicy. We're starting with the best one, the AMs. They always put on a good show, let me tell you. Race 1 tonight is going to start with a 15-minute qualifier, and it is going to be a 15-minute sprint race. The mandatory tire is the racing medium. It's the only tire the drivers are allowed to use. No tire wear, no fuel. And it is going to be afternoon and very sunny out there. It is great conditions, and I got to tell you what, it is a full send race. So we get to start off with some action-packed racing right off the bat. After that, race 2 starts. It's a 30-minute mini endurance. It will be a reverse grid based off the positioning of the drivers off the first race. It will be a soft medium tire mandatory in race 2. Times 4 tires and times 4 fuel, which means every time the drivers go around Brands Hatch, they're going to be using 4 laps worth of tires and 4 laps worth of fuel. So they will have to be conscious of that and come up with a pit strategy, because a mandatory pit is definitely in play for race 2. And the weather is an S10, misty and sunny with lots of clouds. Very, very cool racetrack. It's going to be a times 8 weather multiplier. I mean, what else can we say? It looks good. It's fantastic. Brands Hatch. A little bit about Brands Hatch here real quick as I reset the lobby, so just bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're just going to let the drivers know we're resetting the lobby. We're just checking to make sure our settings are correct. They are. All right. Bring it home, Apex, says Larry. Hey, let's go. Brands Hatch on, of course, the screen in front of you. Short little racetrack there, as you can see. And it kind of looks like a chicken leg in a sense, or a hind leg of some kind of animal that is, well, walks on 2 legs anyways. But yeah, Brands Hatch, famous UK track, Paddock Hill Bend, Clark's Corner, the Druids, Surrey Seas, great racetrack. Lots and lots of great racing happenings here on this racetrack every single year. Still currently to this day. Have a good race, Am. Say drone coming up. All right, so now the drivers are checking in. We're going to make sure we get a Ham Diabolus. I know who you are, my guy. I know who you are. Neither do I. Just put water on it. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Scott coming in with the share there as well. All right, let's go, drivers. Hey, let's go, drivers. My apologies here, a little technical difficulty there. All right, so the drivers are just checking in here. We do have race control here, and we're doing something a little bit differently here this season. In live race control, so we have one of the administration staff sitting in the lobby here tonight. She's here for an extra set of eyes on the racetrack to make sure we don't miss those elusive red flags. They happened a couple times last season, and we missed them. We don't want that to happen again. We want the drivers to have their absolute fair opportunity to have a nice clean race start and have a good race. So 15-minute sprint is what we're starting with here, and the drivers are just checking in. So we're going to take you over to our grid. All right. I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go, chat. My bad. My bad. Oh, all right. My goodness. Let's take a look at our lineup here. We're just going to go check to make sure everybody is ready. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow. And a late joiner. Boy, he just about missed it. Pete coming in with that like and that share on the stream. How are we doing? All right, we got one more driver jumping in here. Super late to the show. All right, is he ready up here? Yes. All right, let's get qualifying going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just slightly behind schedule here tonight, but we're going to get this thing going here. Either way, let's go Apex. Oh, look at the Apex fans up in the house. Let's go VPR fangs out. Hey, what's up, Hulk? How you doing, brother? Let's get it, Apex. Oh, boy, the Apex crew is out in full force here tonight cheering on their drivers. We're going to go through all the drivers here in just a minute's time. We're just going to send the good luck message to everybody, of course. And let's kick off some qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? All right, so the button's hit. Let's go check out the action on the racetrack, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? So we got 11 drivers up in the house. Go Kilty, send it. We'll catch up with everybody here in just a few minutes' time. Let's get to qualifying, shall we? So we started with just 9 sole drivers here in our AM division, and then we had some late entries come in over the weekend here. So boy, oh boy, it filled up quick. Let us tell you what. All right. Right off the bat, the nerves kicking in for a couple of these drivers, and it's Cody B out first here on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. What'd you say, Ghost? It's Cody B. That's right, the Forza Facebook streamer is in the house here for Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition, live on Facebook right now. His point of view, if you want to go check it out, go over to It's Cody B on Facebook Gaming and watch this man race from his point of view, but he's going to lead us out here in qualifying, so brand new to Gran Turismo 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be fun. We got Chip Reese, returning driver from Victory Pace Racing, and had a good qualifying time here. Got placed in the M Division just based off previous history, but we're hoping that he has a bang-up race here tonight and gets himself moved up into that Pro-Am lobby. Wouldn't that be something? Hulky here in third position, DDR driver coming from the designers of the series themselves, Team D-Dot Racing in the house, representing DDR on the track, all the way from the United Kingdom here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2:30 in the morning for this guy. We got Apex Sim Racing's Heathen on track, returning driver, and he's out to fight for a championship here. His first DMJ DDR championship, number 455, Mercedes here in fourth place. Let's see what he's got here tonight. We've got another DDR driver on the track. It is DDR Kilt, and he's representing Team DDR here as well, Canadian driver. So we have drivers from all over the globe here, and I'm not kidding, because now we've got Icer Esports Diabolus here, all the way from Australia, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Australia. It is called Roving Island World Tour 2. All right, we'll welcome in Icer Esports Group. We've got Apex Sim Racing Superman here as well, and we'll get through the car choices here in a minute, but we're seeing a great variety of the race cars here so far on the racetrack. We've got ATK's Captain Pedro here in 8th position, and we just seen, I think it was TDC go up ahead of him there in the Dodge Viper, and Team Rad, the Damn Cat here, 9th position as well. So far, so good. We've got VPR Racing Lucky 7 here, and in that Porsche 911 RSR. And let me tell you what, from experience, this car can be very quick around this racetrack. We need to watch out for the Porsche and these mid-rear engine cars here at Brands Hatch this evening. And we've got John the Jinky, here sitting in 11th place, and he comes from the Cody B gaming community, brand new to the game as well, and also coming all the way down from Australia. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Literally drivers from all over the world here today. So good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. So we're going to stick with it's Cody B here. No pressure as he's coming around. And let's see what that first lap is going to be here. It looks pretty solid. It's a 29.3. It's good enough for third place. Hulky takes pole position here. We got Chip Reese in second. It's Cody B there. Heathen is in fourth, and he's just coming around right now. Oh, he bottled his lap, so he's going to let everybody by. That's some very smart racing awareness right there. We got Kilt in the lead. We got Hulky currently sitting in second. He made a mistake in Paddock Hill Bend. He's just staying off the track. We got Chip coming out of pit lane there. He must have made a mistake. Superman in fifth. We've got Diabolus in sixth. It's Cody B currently sitting in seventh. We've got Captain Pedro in eighth as he just comes across the line. Heathen's in ninth. Let's see what Lucky 7 has here on his first lap. It got a little confusing there for a second. My apologies, folks. Here we go. Number 10 as he comes up to the line. Let's see where he puts himself. It's going to be a 7th place run there that lap for him. And John the Jinky from It's Cody B's community coming across. Let's see what he's got here. Looks like a good time there. It's a 25.4. Ooh, that's a good lap right there. That's a good lap right there. Alright, so it is a Rad TDC sitting in second currently. It's Kilt in third. It's Hulky in fourth. Chip in fifth. We got a Superman here in sixth position. We got Diabolus in seventh. We've got It's Cody B here in ninth place, and he is just in behind Kilt. So Kilt is going to go up ahead of Cody B. Cody B getting a little bit wide there as he was coming through the corner. Ooh, doggy. Here we go. Here we go. The first race of the season. Even the commentators are a little nervous for these drivers. It's always a lot of pressure, and we send the AMs out first this season. Typically, we start with our big division, but we decided to start out with our amateur division here. Superman coming in with a 26.4. We've got Kilt sitting there with a 26.2. We've got Superman 26.4, Diabolus with a 27.2, Hulky with a 27.5, Heathen just coming through with a 28.2 there. Ooh, and Superman getting it a little bit wrong there, sliding right into the nose of the wall there, and just giving it a little kiss as he settles that car down facing the wrong direction there. So Lucky 7's coming into pit lane. We've got Cody B here in 10th, and we've got Captain Pedro here in 11th. So it might be damage on that one car, and that's why we're seeing a pit stop. Heavy damage does follow through into the qualifying. Again, the settings are the exact same as they are in qualifying. Alright, let's see here. We're trying to find our nearest driver to the start-finish line here, and it looks like it's Kilt, I think. Is that correct? It is Kilt, and then it's going to be Icer Esports driver Diabolus as well. So we'll try to keep this in sequence here as best we can. Ooh, big slide there coming through Clark's corner, and that's going to cost Kilty a little bit of time here as he comes across the line, and he had a nice low 26 there. It does not improve. Diabolus jumps up a spot though with a 26.396 there. And what do we got? John the Jinky here is a 25.4 as well. TDC Gaming in second. They're making a little bit of a mistake, so that's going to be a squash lap. Let's see what Superman's got, a 26 there. Oh, we got little juiciness happening there as Hulky and Heathen side by side. Heathen a little bit deep into the corner there, just clipping that grass, and we see no change in amongst those drivers as all three of them come across the line at the same time. So they need to space themselves out. There's no rush here. There's a lot of time in qualifying. We're not even halfway through, so drivers just got to settle down. Typically in qualifying for myself, if I can't get out first, I want to be the last driver on the racetrack. I want to leave myself a sector of space to the rest of the pack that's qualifying. That should keep me ahead of the guy that went out first, or girl, and it should keep me far enough back from potentially, or maybe catching the drivers in the back part as they, slowly spread themselves out, and then some make mistakes in qualifying. So the best strategy when slipstream doesn't factor into qualifying really is just to leave yourself space so you can focus and just have that clean air. So you can see a little push there from Superman on Cody B. Alright, so John with a 25.359, so a small improvement. So he's got about a second on the group here right now. Rad the Damn Cat here in second place, and he's got a little bit of experience with this series. He just ran, Bo coming in with that thumbs up on the stream, much love my dude. Coming in with a little bit of experiences. He just ran the series over in the UK, so some of these drivers have a slight strategy advantage coming into these races, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But what some of these drivers don't have is racing against the North American driver community yet, so there's a lot of unknowns for all the drivers here in the series. It's going to take a couple of weeks for the drivers really to sort it, to figure themselves out, to figure each other out, to sort their comfortability with their cars out, and then we'll see these drivers really start to lock in. So that's always how it goes, and then it makes up for a really great championship race at the end of the season. It is Heathen here in 9th, it's Cody B in 10th, and I think we lost one of our drivers, so we do have a driver that's having some equipment issue. So we will save the results from qualifying here, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll just switch over to a different screen. We're going to have to let that driver reset their equipment, and then we'll start in the back of the pack here in qualifying. Alright, so our pole sitter right now, nice and consistent in the 25s here. We've got TDC in second position. We've got DDR's Kilt here in third. We've got Icer's Diabolus in fourth position. We've got Superman in fifth. We've got Chip here in sixth position. We've got Hulky in seventh. We've got Captain Pedro in eighth position. We've got Heathen in ninth, and we've got It's Cody B in 10th. We got Lucky 7, the poor guy. And once he gets his stuff set, he'll come back into the lobby, and hopefully we can get him to stay in the race here. Go get him, my racing brothers. Hey, go everyone. Let's go Chip. Let's go Pedro ATK in the house. Send it. Hey, welcome in everybody. Hope everybody's doing fantastic on this Monday evening. And we're here to make Mondays a little bit better from GT45 Gaming with 10 weeks of solid racing action here from Roving Island World Tour 2. Ooh, we got Cody B just off in Paddock Hill Bend there. Tough corner, tough corner. Some of these drivers are going to be learning as they go here this season, and that is all right. It is open to all skill level of drivers, so that's what makes it fun. We try to put them in lobbies that are as equal as we can, so everybody has good opportunities at good battling and good racing, and everybody has equal opportunity at winning is always the ideal situation. You can see Superman just going around Chip there. Chip must have made a mistake. Heathen here in 7th place right now. We've got Chip down into 8th, Pedro in 9th, Cody B in 10th, and then it'll be Lucky 7 in 11th position. John the Jinky is cruising though. Nice and consistent driver here. Alright, Hulky has found himself up into 3rd place. I lost my train of thought there for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, just went a little blank there. Just enjoying the great looking race cars on the racetrack here, provided by all our drivers. So, our pole center here as he's coming around Clark's corner right now. Let's see where he ends up. See if he improves. Nope, he didn't have a good lap there. We have Kilt here currently sitting in 2nd place. He's about halfway around the track. We've got Hulky just coming out of Druids. Ooh, and he gets it wrong on that curb, and boy, that curb is dangerous, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. We have Rads the Damn Cat, we're going to call him TDC, sitting in 4th place here, and he's got what looks to be Chip right in behind him currently right now. We've got Diabolus here in 5th place. We've got Superman here in 6th position. We've got Heathen in 7th. We've got Chip here in 8th. We've got Pedro in 9th, and it's Cody B here in 10th position. Again, Lucky 7 will get back into the lobby, and he'll start at the back of the grid. This is where pros are built. You know it, Bo. You know it, my guy. All right, John the Jinky here, consistent driver, very consistent laps here so far, so been putting some work in. And again, brand new driver to the platform. I'm clearly not a stranger to sim racing, however, though. We got Kilt here in second position. We've got Hulky here in third place. We've got the Damn Cat in fourth place. And it's TDC. He's TDC Gaming on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. We're probably going to start calling him that just because we don't want to be implementing a swear word with his name. We got Diabulous here in fifth place. We got Superman here in sixth. We've got Heathen here in seventh. We've got Chip in eighth. The Alpha 4C. So definitely not going to see too many of them on the track. So bold choices by some of our drivers. We got McLaren of Pedro here, and it's Cody B as well. So Porsche RSR, we've got a Dodge Viper, we've got Kilt in the GTR 2013 edition, we've got Hulky in a 2016 Mercedes, we've got Diabulous in a Porsche, we've got Superman in a 1999 GT3 GTR car. That is fantastic. That is some bold car picking right there. We've got another Mercedes 2016 here driven by Heathen. We've got the Alpha 4C by Chip. We've got a McLaren 650S here by Pedro. And the same thing here from Cody B. Alright, so here we go. Some of the drivers taking a little breather here as this race is qualifying is just about over here. A couple more laps left in qualifying here, and it's been a pretty juicy one so far, hasn't it? So we're going to make sure we get that grid saved up. We get Lucky 7 back in the house. Get the grid set, and we'll go to racing sprint race number 1. So we have 2 races on the docket for everybody here this evening, so it is going to be a pretty fast, quick moving set of races. Alright, so Superman is coming through here. Let's see if he gets that improvement. John the Jinky does not improve on his best lap. TDC's at a 25.7. Hulky's at a 25.7. Kilt's at a 25.8. We've got Atlas at a 26.1. Superman's at a 26.4. 26.7 here from Heathen. We've got jumping ahead of Chip there. That was a good lap right there. We got Captain Pedro. Let's see what he puts down here. And it's a 28 flat for him. And where's our boy Cody B? Oh, we don't know what his time is there, but I don't think it was too far off of that. I think it was a 28.2 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But John the Jinky here is still cruising. Let's see if we can find who that driver coming around Clark's corner is. Who is it? There it is. It is DDR's Kilt here. So let's see what he's got here. It is another 25. It's a 25.767, so it's still third place there. And he is just a whisker ahead of Hulky right now, and he bottles up Paddock Hill Bend, so that'll be it for his qualifying. TDC Gaming still on a run. Hulky still on a run. Diabolus on a run. And when he crosses next time around, that should be the end. Superman is getting close to the end. Where is the rest of our group here? There we go. Who is the man up in the middle there? Alright, we'll go with Chip here. I believe it's TDC Gaming up ahead of Chip here. Chip does not get the improvements, and it doesn't look like we see any position swap there. So Kilt is done, Kilty is done, he's done, Heathen's finished, Chip is finished, Pedro's on a lap. Let's see if Pedro can grab some more here. Alright, and some more faces coming from the ATK Motorsports groups. We love to see it. We appreciate all that support over there at ATK here as well. And not a bad lap there, not a bad lap there. 28 flat being the best lap for him here today. And it's Cody B just going to round it out there in 10th position. And then Lucky 7 for VPR Racing. We're going to get him back into the lobby here. And hopefully everything works A-okay. 15-minute race. He just needs to be in for 15 minutes. Alright, I was out for some qualifying, so we got our pole sitters 0.3 of a second ahead of second place. TDC Gaming, he is a whisker ahead of Kilt, who's even less of a whisker ahead of Hulky. He's got 0.4 on Diabolus, who's got 0.3 on Superman, who's got 2.5 on his teammate Heathen, who's got a piece of plastic on the front splitter distance from Chip Reese, 1/1000th of a second faster than Chip Reese qualifying. If that ain't close, I don't know what is. Captain Pedro here is about 1.3 off, and Cody B about 1.2 off of that. And Lucky 7, we're a little unsure, so we got a wild card coming in at the back of the pack here, because unfortunately he only got about 1 or 2 laps in qualifying there. I believe it's a 3-minute wait window, I think is what we have it set at. Doug coming in with that. Like, let's catch up on the alerts on the stream. Let's go check everything out, make sure everything's kicking, working, moving, grooving. We got Scott with the share. We got Scott coming in with the heart on the stream. Stefan coming in with the like on the stream as well. I'll take P5. Hey, facts, facts. Alright, everything seems to be looking alright on that end. Alright, so we're just going to toss back over to the details screen, I think, here for a minute. And we're going to get our grid all sorted out here. So, you know, early tests here for our procedures, that's for sure, at Roving Island World Tour 2, as we have a equipment failure. We're having one driver having a little bit of a connective tissue issue with the host at the moment here. Best of luck. Hey, appreciate you, Doug. All right, so we need to take a picture of our results. All right. All right, so we got that lobby reset. So now we just need all the drivers to check in. And then we'll set that grid up and we'll get to racing. So on the screen in front of us is just a little bit of a visual look at Brands Hatch without a whole lot of traffic on it. We just seen a BMW rip past the screen there. So we had a driver out there testing on the track while our crew was out working, but just out there giving us some visuals about the track and showing us how it looks when it's not being tore up by our beautiful race cars here. Brandon coming in with that like and the share on the stream as well. All right. All right, we can set up that grid now. All right, so it's a new driver coming from the Cody B community sitting on pole position. So John the Jinky getting pole position here today. He's going to be sitting right beside TDC Gaming from Team Rad here in second place. From there, I can't remember right offhand already. I've already forgotten. John, TDC, Kilt, Hulky, and the Icer driver. Where is our boy Diabolus? There he is. Then we've got Apex Racing Superman and Heathen and VPR Chip Reese. Captain Pedro, it's Cody B, and Jesse Salas, aka Lucky 7. All right, one more view. Good. All right. Our grid is set. All right, chat. Let's flip you back over to the big screen here. All right, 11 drivers on our grid here this evening. To start off, Roving Island World Tour 2. It is our AM division. Here we go. 15-minute sprint, no tire wear, no fuel, medium tires only. Let's see who takes it home. Alright, waiting for two more readies. One more ready. There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go to racing. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate all the support here at GT45 Gaming and at D-Dot Racing. Roving Island World Tour, Tour 2 North America Edition, Round 1, Brands Hatch, Race 1 starts now. Kick them tires, light them fires. Let's go racing, chat. And we're going to show you all the good stuff this season. That's right, no hiding the screen. So let's go. We got 1 red, 2 red, 3 red, 4 red, 5 red, and we're waiting. False start by our race leader, and it is green, 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 green. Let's see if everybody gets around. Scary situation with that false start. Great recognition by the field, and our pole sitter immediately dropping back to 9th position. All right, let's head through. We got TDC is going to be the recipient that. He's going to jump into the lead. Kilt and Hulky side by side as we head into Druids for the first time here. And it is GTR versus Mercedes, and Hulky's going to get the pull on the inside, move up into 2nd place. Now we have DDR Kilt, and he's battling with Icer Diabolus. He's on the outside there, and almost a little bit of contact there. Might be a little neck coating happening there. But still side by side as we head into Xerxes, and it looks like everybody is still alive. Fantastic race start here. Ooh, Ice Diabolus getting out a little bit wide in Xerxes there. That's going to cost him a couple positions, and he's going to drop all the way back down to 7th place as Chip Reese and John the Jinky both get ahead there. John the Jinky now battling with Chip Reese on the outside. Can he hang it out there? There's a very tough corner to hang on. Diabolus trying to take advantage of that. Ooh, and John the Jinky still side by side with Chip Reese, and here we go. Let's see how it goes, and Chip Reese is going to hold him off here. No, still side by side. This is a great battle between Chip and our 5th place driver, John the Jinky. And John the Jinky's finally going to get the job done, and he did it tough. He did it on the outside there, but boy, he is hanging it on the edge. We got 1 driver off there, I believe. Captain Pedro going off there just in the background, making a little mistake into the corner. He's just going to be riding the wave there, and he recovered quite quickly right back into the back of pack. In behind, it's Cody B. So it's TDC Gaming in the lead for Team Rad here as we start lap 2. Great job, AM drivers. Let's get a GG's up in the chat for these boys, shall we? That was a great race start. Hulky in 2nd place. We got Kilty in 3rd. Superman charging here now up into 4th place as he's trying to chase down that newer version of the GTR. John the Jinky here in 5th place and brand new to league racing here on Gran Turismo 7. So let's see how he handles the pressure of league organized sports, shall we? He's looking fantastic out there so far. Our pole sitter, Diabolus here in 7th position, chasing Chip Reese in 6th. So Porsche versus Alpha there. And these MR cars are really, really strong around this racetrack. We've got Apex Heathen here in 8th position. We got Lucky 7 up into 9th. It's Cody B sitting strong here in 10th position. Absolutely just enjoying his time on track right now. Fantastic stuff. Captain Pedro tucked right in behind in 11th place. All 11 drivers absolutely moving and grooving here. Let's keep rocking and let's keep rolling. TDC in the lead of this thing. Oh, big slide there as Hulky had a run there. He was thinking about taking a look up the inside, but a big slide out of the back end of that Mercedes. Oh, and another big slide there as he comes through the 2nd part of the blind corners, and boy, oh boy, he did a great job of keeping it underneath of him, and he didn't lose a ton of momentum. He's still tucked right in behind TDC Gaming. We got DDR Kilt here in 3rd position. He's about 2 seconds off that battle in front, but the more those two continue to battle up front, the better chance that Kilt has of gaining on him real quick. 15 minutes isn't a long time, but it seems like an eternity when you're battling for podium position. Chip Reese here in 4th position. We've got Diabolus in 5th place, and he's closing in. So bit by bit, 100th here, 100th there. He's just out of that slipstream range, but boy, Heathen is charging here now. He's just on the edge of that slipstream of that Porsche driver up in front there. And as these two maybe battle up in front, Heathen can place himself in a pretty good position to potentially make a move. And oh, Chip goes a little bit deep there into Druids, and that's going to allow Icer Diabolus and Heathen to get by. Chip gets right back up to speed, tucks right back into Heathen. So tough corner there, just getting into the marbles and losing that car a little bit, but he still settles back into 6th place. Lucky 7 there in 7th, now on the hunt as well. Captain Pedro here in 8th position. We got John the Jinky in 9th. We got Superman here in 10th place, and our boy Cody B just in behind here. So hanging it out there right now, hanging in strong is Cody B so far. GG's to both our new drivers. All right, Rad's the TDC here. He's trying to check out, but he cannot check out here. I mean, we are pushing, but Hulky is right there chasing in second position. Hulky is giving it everything he's got. He's in that slipstream. Mercedes is trying to pull on that Viper, and in my opinion, two pretty equal cars as far as advantage disadvantage goes. They're both about the same weight. They both probably got about the same amount of power. So it comes down to driver skill, and woof. TDC takes that really wide there, and I thought he was going to go a little bit deep into Clark's corner and be building some sandcastles, but he keeps that Viper reined in. Killed here in third position, and Icer Diabolus looking real good here in the 911 RSR Porsche as he's in fourth place. We've got Apex Racing's Heathen sitting in fifth right now and starting to charge through, so he has been slowly but surely working his way back up through the field here, trying to pick these drivers apart one at a time. We've got Chip Reese in sixth place, and oh, Heathen gets it wrong, and I think he might have collected Chip up a little bit there. Heathen's just trying to stay out of the way. Oh boy, and he collects up, I believe. I'm not sure who that was, but somebody definitely getting collected up there. It looked like Pedro. No, I think it's Cody B got collected up. No, it was Pedro. It was definitely Pedro. So he's in there just trying to gather that car up, and that thing would not settle down. And a couple cars. Oh, and we got TDC in the wall here now, out of the lead. So that's going to be Hulky now taking over the race lead. Let's see what happened there to TDC as, he's going to drop down some positions. He's going to have some damage there. And he just lost that car and got it into the wall. Smart decision making there, of course, letting the field get by. So that's a really great job there. But Hulky's now going to be a lucky recipient, 1.8 second gap on DDR's kill. So two DDR drivers leading the way here in our AM division in round one so far this evening. We got Icer Diabolus in the third position. We've got Lucky 7 from VPR Racing now up into fourth. Chip Reese in fifth place. TDC now settled back into sixth place, but definitely has some damage on that race car. That is going to hurt him, especially in the corner against these smaller, nimbler cars. We've got John the Jinky now in seventh place here, and he is settled right in behind that Dodge Viper and trying to find a way around here. So he's got good pace. He had very good pace in qualifying here around the racetrack, but he's starting to get a lesson in real life racing when you have multiple cars on the track here now, and he's handling it quite well so far. So GG's to him so far in his debut. We've got ATK's Captain Pedro up into 8th place in his debut as well. We've got Apex Racing Superman here in 9th position, and he is of course a returning driver here. We've got his Cody B in his debut here in 10th position as well, and Heathen having to make a pit stop there, picking up some damage, and he is getting rid of that. That's going to drop him to the back of the field here, and with he's okay. He still has about 7.5-8 minutes remaining. So Hulky here in the lead of the race, and he is doing pretty well here. He's managing that gap. He hasn't been able to lose Kilt at all, but he's doing a great job of keeping the distance the exact same as it was last time around. DDR Kilt here. He's got, and he gets it a little bit into the grass there, and boy, oh boy, that's going to be a freebie here as the yellow flag's waving up in front of Diabolus, and it's going to be a free position here. Kilty's just making sure he knows where the traffic is. He comes on track safely. Great jobs to Kilt there, but now he's going to have some dirty tires, so he's going to have to let that car scrub that dirt off. And wow, what a battle in the mid-pack. Lucky 7 and Chip Reese here in 4th, 5th place. They're kind of out of that fight, but boy, it is on between TDC Gaming and John the Jinky here right now, and we're in a three-way battle as Chip is involved in all this here as well. So let's see how all this sorts out. Ooh, a small amount of contact there. Everybody sorts themselves out. All right, great job there by John the Jinky. He just settles back here a little bit. Didn't mean to make that contact into the corner there, but everybody makes it through okay. So, ooh, John's really deep in the Paddock Hill bend there, but he gets a good line. He should get a good run here, but so does Chip, and Chip's going to keep him on the outside there. So Chip doing some good defensive driving here right now. And John the Jinky was prepared for that braking there, so smart driver. Like I said, definitely aware of sim racing and driving in traffic, so yeah, definitely excited to see this driver continue to develop here throughout the season as well. ATK's Captain Pedro here is about 4 seconds off John the Jinky here right now. Superman's 3.3 seconds in behind him. Cody B having a little bit of a boo-boo there. He's got some damage there now, and he's got Apex Heathen hot on the chase here. So in Cody B, first race of the season in his Gran Turismo career here as well. Doing pretty good, man. GG's to everybody so far. We love to see the AMs go. They always provide a juicy set of races, that's for sure. All right, so we're on lap 6. We're going to see, I think, 11 laps here, I think, this evening in 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 12, depends on the pace of the field. So it's Hulky here, and he's got big gap now. He's comfortable, he's moving, he's grooving. He's just gotta bring that thing home and pot himself his first race win of the season here. This season, at Brands Hatch. But that still means there's a second race, and that will put him at the back of the pack, so that's going to be very interesting. All right, Hulky here in first position. We got Diabolus here in second position. We got Kilt here in third place. We've got Lucky here in fourth place. We've got TDC here in fifth. Chip here in sixth. We've got John the Jinky here in seventh position. Apex Superman in eighth place. Pedro in ninth. It's Cody B in 10th, and Apex Sim Racing Heathen hot on the chase, 1.6 seconds. So he did have to make that pit stop, get rid of that damage. Cody B has a little bit of front aero damage on that McLaren, and that's definitely going to hurt that car's ability around the racetrack. All right, Diabolus here in second position. We've got Kilt here in third place. We've got Lucky 7 here in fourth. Ooh, battle ensuing. TDC taking a look. They're on the outside. He got a good run up through Cersei's here as we head down the straight, but no, that Porsche just out-muscles that Viper down there and settles into the corner, and this is a great battle right here between fourth and fifth place. We have Lucky 7 and the damn cat here rocking and rolling, and boy, oh boy, what a great battle between Porsche and Viper. Little slide there from the Viper, and that's going to cost some time, and that's going to give just a small cushion there to Lucky 7 up in fourth position here. We got John the Jinky here in seventh. We got Superman here in eighth. We have Captain Pedro here in ninth. We've got Cody B in 10th, and Heathen rounding out the field here in 11th. That was just unfortunate for Heathen there. He was looking real good and just lost that car underneath of him a little bit, and then boy oh boy, it was just a domino effect there for a couple seconds for that driver. But look at him go. He's still continuing, he's moving, he's grooving. Alright, so we got Icer Diabolus here in second place. We've got Kilt in third. We've got Lucky 7 in fourth. We've got TDC here in fifth. We've got Chip in sixth. We've got John the Jinky in seventh. We've got Superman in eighth. We've got Captain Pedro here in ninth. We've got Heathen in 10th. And it's Cody B in 11th position. So we will put up a driver's vote at about 10 minutes remaining in that feature race here in a half hour's time. And that's going to be a viewer's vote over on Facebook for Driver of the Day points as well. So bonus points for a driver from, yes, that's right, all the viewers at home tuning in. Oh, YouTube flying here right now too as well. We'll see if we can get the poll on YouTube for everybody as well. Alright, it is Icer Diabolus here in third position. Lucky 7 here in fourth. We got, oh, but TDC getting it done there. That was a great little pass right there from TDC Gaming. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. We forgot to mark it, chat. We're going to miss that replay. Alright, Hulky here in first place. We got Kilt in second. We got Diabolus, and he is closing in on Kilt. Big slide there as he comes through the second last corner here. And as we head into Clark's curve here, Clark's corner, he is closing in. I mean, right there on the slipstream range. That Porsche handles very well around that corner. It's good to get a good run here, but Kilt handling that GTR like a pro here so far in second place. So battle for podium position there between third and second potentially. We got TDC and Lucky 7 here still very close together, nose to tail, as Lucky 7 is looking for a way to find his way back around TDC Gaming here. John the Jinky here in sixth place, about 8 seconds up the road now is the rest of the pack there. We got ATK's Captain Pedro here in 8th. We got Heathen up into 9th, so Chip must have made a mistake somewhere here. Chip down into 10th place, and Cody B right there, just 2.7 seconds in behind Chip here right now. So GG so far to the whole field. Lots of new faces this season, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots of new drivers to fall in love with, that is for sure. Alright, Hulky charging 11.3 seconds. Kilt here 1 second ahead of Diabolus here. So, I mean, Hulky was real close battling for first place, and the first place driver just made a mistake and handed him the lead here. And Hulky has a nice little tidy gap because of a mistake made by our second place driver, Kilt here as well. So, instead of charging for the lead, he's now fighting for his life here to hold off Icer Esports driver Diabolus for that second place position here in our sprint race. That leaves us Team Rad, TDC here, the damn cat that is. So TDC Gaming on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, and he's looking good here. He's looking solid. He's made a couple mistakes here, but definitely showing his comfort factor in behind the wheel of his Dodge Viper, and I'm a fan. I love the Dodge Viper, so kudos on him. A bold car choice again. Some different cars we're seeing on the track, and we love to see that. We've got Lucky 7 here in 5th place in the Porsche, and he's starting to lose just a little touch of that Dodge Viper just slightly. John the Jinky here, he's made a couple seconds up on Lucky 7, up ahead of him there in 5th position as well. We have Apex Racing Superman here in 7th position, and he is closing in on John the Jinky here as we head down through Paddock Hill Bend, and we have 1 minute 20 seconds remaining here in this race, so this will be the final lap for the majority of the field here. ATK's Captain Pedro's coming through. He's going to start his final lap here, lap 10 for these drivers here today. Chip Reese is coming around here. He is about 10 seconds in behind, so all the drivers will get one more lap here. We've got Heathen here now in 10th position, about 3.8 seconds in behind Chip, and Cody B killing it out here for his very first ever league race. On Gran Turismo 7 in 11th place. He's just 2.1 seconds in behind experienced driver Apex Heathen there, so GG's to all our drivers in the field. This is fantastic racing here so far. But the man leading the way, it is DDR Hulky, and he's going to get a victory lap here, it looks like, as he's going to catch that checkered flag. He's going to check the white flag this time around, so final lap for DDR's Hulky here as he starts lap 11. Let's move down into second place with Kilt. He's 10 seconds in behind, so he's going to get one more lap here as well. So this is not over yet. Anything could still happen here as Kilt comes around here in second place. Iser Diabolus comes around. He's going to continue on for his final lap as well. So Lucky 7 now as he comes around Clark's Curve. He's going to continue on for one more, and he's got it by about 10 seconds here. We've got John the Jinky here in 5th position as well, and he's just going to squeeze across. Superman's just going to squeeze across here in behind him. TDC Gaming is going to take the checkered flag, I believe, here when he comes across. It's going to be a 7th place finish there for TDC. So great race start and just a tough race finish there, but 8th place finish there for him. ATK's Captain 7th, pardon me, for TDC Gaming. We have ATK's Captain Pedro coming around in that McLaren, and he's going to take a good solid race finish here for himself as well. GG's to ATK Captain Pedro. Nice solid start to the season for him. Chip Reese in the Alpha. He's going to come home in P9. Apex Sim Racing's Heathen there with the big wreck we see mid-race. Going to bring it home in 10th place. It's Cody B's bringing it home in P11. Great job to Cody. DDR Hulky, though, is the man charging here tonight, and he is sending it here. 9 seconds to gap, so he did make a mistake. Kilty is definitely gaining on him, but the gap just may be a little too big there, as Hulky's going to take the checkered flag for a round 1 race win. Congratulations to DDR Hulky. DDR Kilt is going to take a 2nd place finish here in race 1, round 1, and that means he's going to be starting in 10th position on the grid next race. Iser Diabolus is going to round out that podium in 3rd position. We've got Lucky 7 here. Very good race. Oh boy, and he just gets it wrong into Clark's corner. Can he keep it underneath of him? Can he bring it across the checkered flag? Oh, huge hit into the wall. John the Jinky is going to come around. He's going to grab that spot from Lucky 7 there. Oh, we are a ghosted car, thankfully. Superman's going to grab a P5 there, and Lucky 7 is going to finish in 6th place. So very tough finish there for him. He just lost that lapse of concentration for a split second there and got pulled into that sand trap at the end of Clark's corner. But still 6th place finish there for Lucky 7. So congratulations to all of our drivers. They started us right off this season. All right, so first thing we got to do is save the replay. Priority number 1. All right. Let's go get those racing results. So DDR Hulky in 1st place. DDR Kilt with fastest lap on the track, 25.4. 2nd place finish. Iser Diabolus in 3rd place with a fastest lap for him was a 26.2 today. John the Jinky came in 4th place, and Apex Superman in 5th place. Both gifted a position with that late race mistake by Lucky 7 there, finishing up in 6th place. Team Rad TDC in 7th position, and ATK's Captain Pedro is going to finish up in 8th here. We've got Chip in 9th place. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Heathen rounding out in 10th, and it's Cody B in 11th. So those will be the drivers that will start in our top 3 next time around. So congratulations to all of the drivers on a good race. Oop. That always does that on this keyboard. Alright, what'd you think, chat? What'd you think? Not bad for that AM division so far this season. They look good. They look good. They looked ready. They were definitely well prepared for the race. The lines look good. The times look good. Everything was looking good there. Do we still have game audio, chat? Keep me up to date there. I hope we didn't lose it. Nolander coming in with the triple share. Congratulations, Hulky, says Bo. Huge win for DDR Hulky right there. Absolutely. Alright, so we're just giving the drivers a minute to save their replays, and we just do that so they can make sure that they have their own POV. So we're just going to flip back over to our beautiful Brian's Hatch track loop here, and while we let the driver sort this out. So now what's going to happen is we're going to get ready for our second race. So race control is going to send some crews out. They're going to check the track, make sure everything's still in order, clean up any debris that might be laying out there, and we'll send these drivers out in a reverse grid based off of the first race finishing. Did we lose a driver there? I'm not sure. All right, we still have, I think we have do we have a lobby reset? What's going on? Yeah. Oh, Chip's just not checked in. I got it. All right. We just want to make sure that everybody has those replays. It's super, super, super important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so how's everybody doing on this great Monday? Not expecting a championship race, I bet you, this evening, were we, ladies and gentlemen? I've been excited all day long. We've been at home early even today, just a bonus to try and get everything set up just tickety-boo and perfectly lickety-split sweet. So far it's been a pretty great race from these AMs. Great racing start for that is the way you start a season. Absolutely great race start from these drivers. Calm, cool, collected, patient. It was fantastic. All right, so we got Heathen doing an equipment reset, which is fantastic. We're going to reset the lobby here now. We're going to switch it up. Just double checking all our settings. 4 and 4. Medium sauce. Alright, so we do have to wait for one driver to get back in, of course, and then we'll set that grid up. So let's talk about Brands Hatch just a little bit more while we have an opportunity here. I'm just going to bring it up on the big screen here so I can read what I'm looking at here a little bit better as well. So just bear with me for a second. There we go. Close that up. All right, so let's go through Brands Hatch. On the screen in front of us is a picture of Brands Hatch. This is the layout of the track, and this is provided by Miss Devious, our Special Operations Administrator here. She's been a huge, huge help to getting this series on the ground, and a big part of what we see here on the stream as far as our track maps goes as well. So on the left-hand side of the center of the screen is a blue dot with a white arrow in the middle of it. It's going to be a little hard to see on your phones. That is the start-finish line here at Brands Hatch. We head to the top left-hand side of the screen. That is turn 1. That is Paddock Hill Bend. You got to be patient there. Huge downhill sector into the Hollywoods Hill. So you have to really be patient on the throttle. You can easily push wide there, and that's why there's so much sand on the outside edge of the track. From there, that takes us into the Druids, turn 2, and then turn 3 being Graham Hill Bend. From there, we're on the Cooper Straight, and that takes us right into Surtseas. Surtseas, again, is an uphill, undulating, unstable situation here for our drivers, and it's very hard to control the car when you're coming around at high speeds. From there, it takes us up into a long straight, a little kink called Pilgrim's Drop. We go down towards Hawthorne's Hill, and then we get into those set of blind corners uphill we see called Dingle Dell. From there, we come out of the Sheen Curve. That is that last uphill blind corner, and then that takes us down into that 90-degree left-hander Sterling's. From there, it's one more straightaway run into Clark's Curve, and then from there, we take us away back around into Brands Hatch. Absolutely very difficult, small technical racetrack, but provides such great racing. My audio is really choppy. Okay, hold on. Let me tweak. Alright, let's just get rid of one. Alright, tell me if that's better, Benjo. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, we're holding for Heathen. We are confirming that we're holding for Heathen. driver doing an equipment reset. That is a part of our procedures here at the page to make sure that our drivers get the best opportunity again to have a proper race. Heathen's one of our drivers that has been having a little bit of issue staying connected during longer endurance races. So we've seen him survive that first race. He's got a new wheel and pedal set now that has definitely helped the problem, but it hasn't 100% solved the problem. So smart call being made there by Apex Sim Racing's Heathen. He's going to do a hard reset of the equipment, come back in fresh, and get ready for race number 2. So we have nothing but love for the drivers, and that is why we have procedures in place to make sure again that the drivers end up with their fair opportunity. Hey, we appreciate you, Nolander. We just removed one of the filters. It might have been a little muffled. I can understand that. I'm still playing around with the filters a little bit, so. Alright, so the drivers, we're giving the drivers 5 minutes in between the races here anyways. So what will happen here is we'll do race 2. We'll go jump into the interview booth. We'll wait for our podium finishers from race 1 and race 2 to jump in. And of course that could be the same driver in multiple races, so we could only have 4 drivers, we could have 3, we could have 6. It's really hard to say, but that's the fun part about having two races in one night, you know. So sprint race, that was everybody just full sending it, get them comfortable in their car. Now we're going to add some tire wear and some fuel consumption and a mandatory tire change here. So medium and racing soft tires are required here in this race. The drivers will have to use both compounds, and they have to use them for a minimum of an outlap and a full circuit lap, which means 2 laps around the track. Then they are allowed to pit. However, with the strategy in play here today with the times 4 tires and the times 4 fuel, tires won't really be an issue. So what the drivers decide they're comfortable with really ultimately is going to be on that driver and each team in behind the pit wall. But fuel definitely will factor into play. You will need to take fuel in this pit stop. I will 100% verify that. How much fuel? We're not 100% sure. Each car is going to be different. How the driver drives that car and handles that car around the racetrack will determine how much car fuel that racing fuel that car uses. So again, it's going to come down to each driver, their driving style. So I don't know what to expect here in this race. It's going to be a one-stop race. That much we should expect to see here today. But we should be in for some juicy. That is for sure. So we're gonna check that grid here now. So let's go get our grid set up here for our drivers. It's going to be Cody B, Heathen, and Chip to start our top 3 here in race 2. So Cody B, Chip, and Heathen. Where is my boy Cody B? There we go. We just got to hit the right button. All right, Cody B to pole position. Oh, yeah. Apex Sim Racing's Heathen will move up into 2nd place on the grid, followed by Chip Reese in the Alpha 4C. So if he can get away clean and early in that 4C and really get himself an early good pace, Chip has a good opportunity at maybe running away with this, but that McLaren's going to be no joke up there in pole position here as well. So we're just verifying as we're setting the grid here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want to get the grid wrong. We definitely don't want to start things that way. It'll be Captain Pedro, TDC, and Lucky 7. Captain Pedro, TDC, and Lucky 7. Alright, so we're putting our fastest drivers in the back of the pack, and they are going to have to fight their way through the field if they want to catch a podium here in race 2. This is also a 30-minute race, so it's twice the distance and a required tire change. Superman, John the Jinky, and Diabolus. Kilt and Hulky. All right, so again, in order will be it's Cody B on pole position. Lined up beside him will be Apex Sim Racing's Heathen. In row 2 will be VPR's Chip Reese, followed by ATK's Captain Pedro. In row 3 will be Team Rad TDC. Sitting beside him will be VPR's Lucky 7. In row 4 will be Apex Racing Superman, and sitting beside him will be John the Jinky. In row 5 will be Icer driver Diabolus, and sitting beside him will be DDR Kilt, and our race winner from last race will round out the back of the field in 11th position. Hope we're ready to do some reverse grid racing. All right, you guys ready? Should we go back to that big screen? All right, let's wish our drivers good luck. Let's go racing. Let's get it. Can the racers repeat what they did in race 1? Now, here, this is going to be different. Are the drivers all starting on the same tire, or are we going to see different tire compounds at the start of this race? It's really going to come down to each of the drivers. So strategy now comes into play. Tire wear and fuel consumption now comes into play. The drivers now need to use all their racing skills and all their racing sense about them to figure out the best strategy to win race 2 here this evening. All right, so we are at 3 red, 4 red, 5 red. Kick them tires, light them fires. We are green. Let's go racing. And it looked like a false start there from one of our drivers up in the back of the grid there. So a Porsche early on. John the Jinky, I believe that was. Just getting that start wrong. And it's Cody B is going to give up that position immediately to Apex Heathen. Heathen goes on a bold move on the outside. It's going to take that pole position. It's Cody B there in second. Chip in third. We got TDC and Lucky 7 side by side battling it out. Icer Diabolus is going to take advantage of that battle. And he's going to jump up in there and try to grab position on Lucky 7 as well. And is he going to get it as they go into the corner? Boy, tight cornering right there. Ooh, we got one there, 3 wide as we come through there, and everybody survives. So again, another great race start. Superman here in 8th position. We got Kilt in 9th. We got Pedro in 10th. We got John the Jinky rounding out the field here in 11th position. A little false start there, and 2 races in a row starting on the back foot there as that driver, but he's got some pace. So let's see how he fights through the field here. But it's Cody B in the early race lead, 3/4 of a second. We got Apex Sim Racing's Heathen now in second place. We'll give the position back up. We had a driver go a little bit wide there. That was Chip Reese. We got TDC Gaming off the track, and he just keeps that car out of harm's way there. Does not collect the field. That was a great job there by him to keep that thing from coming across the racetrack. We got Diabolus there in 3rd place. We got Lucky 7 in 4th. We got Chip here in 5th position. We've got Hulky here in 6th. We've got Kilt in 7th. Boy, this could be a good battle this race. We got Pedro in 8th. We got Superman here in 9th. With John the Jinky in 10th. And TDC after that spin, no damage thankfully, in 11th place. Again, damage is heavy. So the drivers really do everything they can to try and keep these cars out of the wall. It's Cody B opening the gap almost to his second. Apex Sim Racing's Heathen here in 2nd position. We got Diabolus here in 3rd. We've got Lucky 7 in 4th. We've got Chip in 5th. We've got Hulky here in 6th. We've got Kilt in 7th. We've got ATK's Captain Pedro in 8th. We've got John the Jinky in 9th. We've got Superman in 10th. And TDC here in 11th, chasing a great cut through there on Paddock Hill. Ben from TDC Gaming as well, as he's now trying to get back up to the back of the pack. Early season nerves here for some of these drivers, just those little mistakes. Sometimes little mistakes here, unfortunately, with the nature of this racetrack, turn into a little bit bigger mistakes, but the drivers have handled it quite well here all night long. It's Cody B, though, is in the lead, and he is 1.7 seconds up on that Mercedes right now. And we did say if that MR can get away, he has a great shot here. So Heathen is trying to chase him down, but Porsche is battling it out for the 3rd final podium spot here early on in this race. And Diabolus holding off the position here, but Lucky 7 definitely applying some pressure, and teammate Chip Reese just sitting in 5th place right in behind here. So 2 Porsches battling it out here for that final podium position, but again, very early in the race. We still have 27 minutes remaining here. It is Lucky 7 in 4th. We've got Chip in 5th, and he's got Hulky chasing, and Kilty is right there in behind that Mercedes. We have ATK's Captain Pedro here in 8th. We got John the Jinky in 9th position. Superman here in 10th place. We just skipped right over him. Hey, well, he's not camera shy, I promise. And we've got TDC here in 11th position. But you know what? Lots of racing left. Those early mistakes, drivers learn to shake them off. They get dialed back in. The team gets on the radio, settles that driver down, and just gets them refocused in, and they start putting in laps. Then the driver seems to get a little upset with himself because they made that mistake, and it seems to really lock them in. So we might see that from some of these drivers that made these early mistakes. I know, and Cody B just gets it wrong on exit there, and that is super unfortunate there for Cody B, and the game resets him there. So he's going to get back on track, and that was a heartbreaker right there for Cody B. He just gets it wrong. He's on some wearing dirty tires as we see a big slide coming out of him there in the background. And Heathen now going to take the race lead. Diablo is going to move up into second, a Lucky 7 into third place. So now Chip finds himself chasing third place here. And he's just off that fight. This Mercedes driver, Hulky here, though, he's moved up halfway through the grid here. Very quick mover here today in 5th place. We've got DDR Killed here in 6th position. We've got ATK's Captain Pedro in 7th. We've got Cody B recovering up into 8th here. We've got John the Jinky chasing in 9th, and he's going to look. No, he's going to tuck back in behind. We got Superman and TDC. So all our drivers still relatively close together here early on in the race as well. And that's what we're looking for here in our divisions this season, is some close racing. So far it's looking real good here. It's Heathen though leading the way. Diablo is chasing. Lucky 7 in 3rd. We got Chip in 4th. We got Hulky in 5th. We've got Kilt in 6th. And then we have that backpack, and they're not that far off. Only 4 seconds. It's led by John the Jinky. It's Cody B, Apex Sim Racing Superman, Team Rad the TDC, the Damn Cat, and at ATK Motorsports, Captain Pedro. And there's some great racing going on right here. Very patient, very calm, very collected. Seems like the drivers have... You don't see a race timer? Bottom left-hand corner. Bottom left-hand corner. It's counting upwards in the bottom left-hand corner, up towards 30 minutes freak, if that helps a little bit. Yeah, you're right, I don't have one. Alright, so it is Apex Heathen here in the lead, and he still has 25 minutes remaining, and yet a pit stop change to come into play here as well. So Lucky 7 here in 3rd place. We've got Chip in 4th. We've got Hulky in 5th. We've got Kilt in 6th. We've got John the Jinky here in 7th place. We've got It's Cody B here in 8th. We've got Superman in 9th. We've got TDC in 10th. And we got Captain Pedro here in 11th position. So Heathen, can he bring it home? I apologize about the background noise too, ladies and gentlemen. I got a roommate being a little bit rude tonight, so I do apologize if you guys are hearing things you shouldn't be hearing. Icer Dabble is here in 2nd place. We got Lucky 7 here in 3rd. We've got, oh, big mistake there by Lucky 7. He just got a little too much on the throttle. Chip Reese here in 3rd. We've got Hulky here in 4th place. We've got Kilt in 5th. We've got John the Jinky in 6th. We've got Cody B here in 7th. We've got TDC in 8th. We got Captain Pedro in 9th place. We got Lucky in 10th. We got Superman in 11th place. And he's got some damage on the rear of that car. So the question is, when does he decide to pit? Now, I have an idea when the drivers are going to pit, but we don't know what the AMs are going to do compared to, say, the Pro and the Pro-Am split. They all might have different strategies based off of different tire wear, different speeds. It's hard to say. We got Captain Pedro in 8th place. Cody B's in 9th there. We got Lucky 7 in 10th place. I keep skipping that button. There it is. Hey, Lucky 7 in that beautiful VPR racing car right there. 777s. Gotta love it. We got Apex Superman here in 11th place. We've got Heathen in 1st position. And Diabolus is gaining. He is closing in. And again, that Porsche, I said, it's very strong here. So he is most certainly catching up to Apex Sim Racing's Heathen here in 1st position. We've got Icer Diabolus here in 2nd place. We've got Hulky here in 3rd. We've got Kilt in 4th. We've got John the Jinky in 5th. We got Chip Reese here in 6th. We've got TDC in 7th. We got Pedro in 8th. We got Cody B in 9th. We got Lucky in 10th. And we got Superman here in 11th place. So it is Heathen leading the way. Icer Diabolus here in 2nd place. We got Hulky here in 3rd. We got Kilt here in 4th. We've got John the Jinky here in 5th. We've got TDC in 6th. We've got Chip in 7th. We've got Captain Pedro in 8th. We've got Cody B fighting it out here with Lucky. So what happened to Lucky? Lucky made a mistake there, and he's going to settle in behind Cody B. Right, we've seen the mistake. So dropping all the way down to 10th place there, and we have Superman here in 11th place. So Heathen is fighting for his life here right now, and he has a huge pack closing in on him. I mean, he is sending that Mercedes right now, but boy, oh boy, that pack is chasing. So it is Heathen here in the lead. We got Diabolus here in 2nd place. We got Hulky here in 3rd. We've got Kilt in 4th, and he's taking a look, and Hulky shuts the door heading into third season. Kilt is not going to get the move done, and John the Jinky gets a run now. And let's see if that Porsche can find his way around that GTR. Nope, Kilty just has the run, so the Porsche is going to have to settle in behind, and John the Jinky is now in this fight here for these podium positions as well. We're at 8 minutes and 20 seconds into this race, so we still have a little under 12 minutes, 22 minutes remaining in the race here today. So it is Heathen in the lead. It's Diabolus in second. It's Hulky here in third. It's Kilt in fourth. It's John the Jinky in fifth. It's TDC in sixth. It's Chip in seventh. It's Captain Pedro in eighth. Superman in ninth. Lucky 7 here in 10th. Pardon me, had a tickle in my throat. And it's Cody B here in 11th. So again, pit stops still got to factor in here. Drivers do need to make those changes. Oh, yeah. No, I know. Yeah. That's what I was saying. There's an up timer on the bottom left-hand corner, just so you can keep track of the time if that's what you're looking for. All right, Heathen coming down through Paddock Hill Bend for the 7th time. So what should we see? We're going to see 20-21 laps here for a full race duration here. It all comes down to the drivers again, pace and what they decide to do in their pit stop. So Isodablis, ooh, Hulky big slide right there. And how he kept that underneath of him is beyond me, and he still manages to hold third place down from Kilt. But boy, that really took away that second place battle, and now that put pressure on him from Kilt and John the Jinky in behind. So this is a three-way battle for that final podium position here, and John the Jinky gets a run as he goes up in the outside, essentially a Kilt here coming into the kink again. And again, that GTR just shows the power over the portion straight line, not by much, but just enough to keep him slotted in ahead of John the Jinky right there in that 911 RSR. Ooh, Kilty is absolutely fighting right now to hold off John the Jinky. Let's go see what's happening here. We got TDC as well. He is broken free from the backpack, and he's starting to try to catch up on the front pack. We got Chip there. He's just in behind there trying to keep up with TDC as well. We got Captain Pedro here in 8th place, 6.5 seconds in behind. Superman 5 seconds behind him trying to chase. We have Lucky 7 in 10th position, and Cody B just 3 seconds in behind. So these drivers do need to make a tire change here yet tonight. Alright, so it is Heathen in the race lead on the medium tire. We've got Diabolus here in 2nd place on the medium tire. We've got Hulky here in 3rd place on the medium tire. We've got Kilt in 4th place on the medium tire. John the Jinky on that racing soft. Interesting strategy. We've got Chip here who's also on the soft. We've got TDC on the medium. We've got Captain Pedro on the soft. We've got Superman on mediums. We've got Lucky 7 on mediums. And we got It's Cody B on soft starts. So these drivers will have to switch over to the other tire compounds when it is time for them to decide that they're going to pit. So I guess, is it going to be a follow the leader style pit stop strategy? Is everybody going to follow the race leader in? Or are we going to see some undercut versus overcut style pit stops here tonight? We'll have to wait to find out, but it should start happening anytime now. We have Hulky in 2nd place, Diabolus now in 3rd place. So Hulky's actually found a spot here as he's gotten around Icer's Diabolus, and Diabolus is doing a great job here. It's still holding off the charge of Kilt. Kilt is still right there battling for that final podium position. Doesn't care what color that car is in front of him. He just wants to grab that position off him, and he is battling hard here as they're just absolutely flying. They're flying around this racetrack. They're putting in some good pace here. We're seeing some 25 flat right there, and that's fastest lap on track from John the Jinky right now. But again, that is on that soft racing tire. We've got Team Rad's TDC here, and Chip has closed in. Again, these MRs are strong here, so definitely going to see these MRs really pull in on these big front engine cars in the cornering, especially in the middle part of this racetrack. But when they get out to these bigger straights, that's when the big cars come out to play. They open up that horsepower a little bit, show that straight line power, and then they try to hold off again those more nimble cars into the corners. So Captain Pedro here in 8th place. He's looking real good. He's got Superman chasing and closing slowly but surely. Superman's doing a great job at dribbling away at that time right now. Lucky 7 here in 10th place, and it's Cody B here in 11th. Some damage on some of these racing cars here as well, so that is definitely hurting their pace a little bit around the racetrack. And again, they will probably choose to fix that, I would assume, when they pit. I could be wrong. It depends on how bad the damage is affecting the car, but around a track like this where it's up, down, and all around, very tight corners, high speeds, lots of braking zones, you want your aerodynamic force. You want that car to do what you want it to do. It's going to make it for a very tough day of racing. And it's, the two Mercedes now leading the charge here, 1st and 2nd place, and then it's followed by John the Jinky in 3rd in a Porsche. We've got Kilt here in a GTR. We've got Diabolus in a Porsche. We've got a Viper with TDC. We've got Chip Reese in the Alpha 4C. We've got Pedro in a McLaren. We've got Superman in a 1999 Nissan GTR. We've got Lucky 7 in a Porsche 911. And we've got Cody B up in the McLaren. And ooh, pit lane penalty. So he has made that pit stop, but unfortunately for him, he's going to serve a 3-second penalty there. And that's all right. Like I said, he's just experienced in the game, so he's going to learn some things here as we go. And of course, the community will dial him in as we go throughout the season as well. So probably wasn't aware of the pit line factor, I'm sure, but that's all right. Seat time is seat time. So Apex the Heathen goes wide to Paddock Hill Bend, but does he keep it under him? He does, but that is going to give the position to Hulky. So Hulky is going to steal first place away from Apex Sim Racing's Heathen. There is a little mistake, cost him the lead. John the Jinky here in third place, and he's done a great job at catching up to the pack up in front. Kilt here is doing a great job at managing fourth place right now. He's starting to lose Icer Diabolus a little bit. He was chasing him for position there just a few minutes ago, but seems to be finding a little bit more pace here currently on the Porsche driver. Chip is closing in as well. So Alpha 4C inbound. We've got Apex Racing Superman up in the 7th place here, and he is now 9.5 seconds in behind Chip. So that is the next target here for this driver. We've got Captain Pedro in 8th position. We've got TDC in 9th. We've got Lucky 7 in 10th position in that Porsche as well. And our man is Cody B. He's made a pit stop, so he is first of our drivers to make a pit stop. The question is, did he take fuel? Did he take some fuel? Go Heathen, Kilt, box. Alright, so Hulky here in first place. It's Heathen in second, and boy, John the Jinky's really starting to put the pressure on. He got a run there, but Heathen's doing a great job at managing that position so far, but definitely under some pressure here from that Porsche in third place as he continues on around. So no pit stop there for Heathen. Kilt is going to go around there in third place. John the Jinky, he's making a pit stop. He is going to come into pit lane. So our second driver to pit here tonight is going to be John the Jinky. Chip Reese here in 5th position. Going to grab that spot as he goes by. Superman should grab that spot here around Clark's Curve as well. It is a short pit stop though. It's hard to say. We'll have to see. Depends how much fuel John decides to take. And Superman is going to grab that position. We've got John the Jinky here. Let's see if he loses to TDC as well. No, he's just going to come out in front of TDC Gaming here. So TDC made a pit stop as well recently. We have Lucky 7 here. He's on fresh racing tires as well, and Cody B. So half the field now has made those pit stops. All right. Just bear with me for a moment as we're going to sit with Hulky here. We're going to jump on board with Hulky for 1 second while I'm setting up the poll. So just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get involved in the driver of the day poll, you do need to come over to the Facebook page here at GT45 Gaming to put your vote in. The poll will stay up till, of course, podium interviews, and then we will announce who our driver of the day is. I believe they receive, I think it's 5 points. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not quite watching what's happening on screen at the moment here. So, is Hulky going to come in for a pit stop? No, he's going to continue on around the racetrack. And this one today, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be for all our brand new racers. Please do vote how you feel. You think one of these 4 racers is our driver of the day? Just let me activate it. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the poll is up in the Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Facebook poll, so there we go. Driver of the day vote is up. We will check on that at the end of the stream and award one driver some bonus points. Yeah, I know, I was away from my mic. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's get back to the race here. Let's see where we are here. We got Heathen still in second place, Kilt still in third. So no pit stops for our leaders here. We got Diabolus here in fourth place. We got Chip in fifth, carrying some damage there now as well. TDC has pits, so sixth place and beyond, they have all pit, and he is right on the backside of Chip Reese here. We got Superman in 8th, we've got Pedro in 9th, we've got Lucky 7 here in 10th, and we've got Cody B here in 11th position. So it is Hulky leading the charge here, and Heathen now coming into pit lane. 20% fuel load in that Mercedes, so going on a long stint here on the medium tires, so maybe looking for a really hard soft tire push. We'll have to wait and find out, but Hulky stays out, Kilt is staying out, and Diabolus stays out. So Heathen, here he comes. Is he going to come out ahead of TDC Gaming? It's going to be close. Yes, it's going to be about 3.5 seconds or 3 seconds or so here. It looks like he's going to come out ahead of TDC. So he's 17 seconds in behind third place and 23 seconds in behind our race leader, Hulky. So let's see if the undercut works out for him here. But it's also going to depend when these drivers now decide to pit. If I'm the 3 drivers in front of Heathen, I just watched him pit, I'm pitting this time around because I'm not giving him any extra tire advantage. We'll see what these AM drivers decide to do. We got Heathen in 4th, we've got TDC in 5th, we've got Chip in 6th, we've got John in 7th, we got Superman here in 8th, we've got Pedro in 9th, we've got Lucky in 10th, and we've got Cody B here in 11th position, and he's doing real fantastic here. Ooh, big wobble there coming from Hulky, our race leader here, as he came around. Getting ready for Clark's curve here. Let's see if he pits here. Looks like he's staying tight this time. We are going to see a pit stop coming from Hulky. Are we going to see it from Kilt? Yes, we're going to see a pit from Kilt. Diabolus is going to continue around for another lap. Let's stay on board with Apex Sim Races. Heathen here for a second and see how that relates. Let's see if the undercut overdid the overcut here. You got this, Heathen. Hey, he's giving her. He's giving her. Alright, he's coming around Clark's curve right now. Those tires should be starting to feel pretty good underneath that race car. They're starting to build some temperature up. He's getting a little bit of scrub onto those tires here, and he is going to jump up into 2nd place. TDC might actually leapfrog here as well, as he's going to jump up into 3rd place here. So Kilt and Hulky both losing a position there to TDC as well. So that's interesting. Diabolus here in 1st place. It's only 16-second gap, so we've seen an 18-second gap to Pleat in pit lane and a big slide. Not going to help his cause. Heathen just needs to keep it mean and clean here, and so does TDC, and they'll be able to probably gut that position as well. Kilty and Hulky here, they need to play nice for a lap until that driver pits and not battle here. That might cost them the overtake. Well, that driver's in pit lane as well. John the Jinky in 6th position. We've got Superman in 7th. We've got Pedro in 8th. We've got Chip in 9th. We've got Lucky in 10th. And we've got Cody B here in 11th place. So it is Diabolus leading the charge, but he still owes a pit stop, and it's going to be this time around. You guys can see what I can see. He ain't going to get another lap out of this car. Come on, Chip, push. I feel like they never fueled. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, is Diabolus going to run out of fuel here? That meter is empty, and he has no choice. He's got to send that thing. He may be coasting into pit lane here. I'm pretty sure that thing ran out of gas right around that final corner, and that's going to cost him. That's going to potentially cost him podium here in the 2nd race tonight. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be Heathen coming around first. And Heathen definitely looks like he took the fuel load he needs to get through this race. TDC's coming around, and he's going to leapfrog Icer Diabolus as well. Hulky has gotten around Kilt. He's going to move up into 3rd place. Kilty's coming in for a pit stop here. All right, so Kilty didn't take enough fuel or didn't change tires. I'm not sure what happened there, but having to make a secondary stop, so that's unfortunate for him, as he was looking for a podium finish here in race 2. But it's not over till it's over. We got John the Jinky here in 5th, we got Kilt in 6th, we got Superman in 7th, we got Chip in 8th, we've got Pedro in 9th, we've got Lucky 7 in 10th, and we've got Cody B here in 11th place. So all our drivers still kicking, man. They all still got these cars on the racetrack. Look at these guys go. Calm, cool, and collected. You know, a Nolander, he is a calm, cool, collected driver. He's doing good here. He has kept his composure with the little mistakes he's made, but Apex Heathen right now looking in command, and Team Rad driver chasing. They got a big gap on Hulky. It's almost 4 seconds, but Hulky's proven he's got pace around Brands Hatch here tonight. UK driver, UK track. Not too surprised, to be honest. And a battle happening in behind here. John the Jinky and Kilt now battling for positions. Kilt had to make that 2nd pit stop, so he has really found himself chasing here now all the way down into P6. That was unfortunate. We're not sure what happened to Kilt there, but suffering an extra pit stop here in the race. We got Superman in 7th place. We got Chip here in 8th. We got Pedro in 9th place. And oh, driver has some damage there. He must have had a little bit of an incident somewhere on the racetrack here. We have Lucky 7 in 10th place, and we've got Cody B here, moving and grooving in 11th position. He's doing good. He's doing good. All right. Let's keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going. You know, for his first ever competitive sets of league races with like 10 hours ever driven on Gran Turismo 7, GG's to Cody B and John the Jinky, both those drivers at about the same position and doing a really fantastic job here this evening. They should be very proud of themselves no matter where they finish here tonight, because that's some quality driving right there by both those drivers and the whole field in general. Don't forget about our driver of the day vote in Facebook on the Facebook poll, ladies and gentlemen. There is a vote for driver of the day that must be finished here at the end of this race, and the driver in the lead will get awarded some bonus points for voted driver of the day by the fans of Roving Island World Tour too. Alright, so it's Diabolus, Kilt, and John the Jinky still fighting it out for 4th, 5th, and 6th place here. I think we're going to see a good battle here leading in towards the end of this race. I think we got about 5 laps left, something like that, give or take, between these 3 drivers. So right now they look very closely paced, and they are absolutely having some fun out there by the looks of it. They are racing hard, they're not trying to give each other any leeway, and they're doing the absolute best job they can to keep up on top of each other. We've got John in 6th, we've got Apex Superman here in 7th. He's only 5 seconds off that. If something kicks off up there, that gives him an opportunity to grab some positions as well. Chip here in 8th place. Let's get a look at that Alpha as it comes around here. It is a beauty. We've got Captain Pedro here in that McLaren. Simple, clean, sleek. Lucky 7 here going with some color shift. Yeah, everybody likes some color shift paint, right? Right? Oh yeah. Alright, doing a great job here in 10th place. It's Cody B coming into pit lane here. You can see some VP Racing fuel going into that race car, so making a little bit of a pit error there. And again, you know, just got to learn. These drivers will learn as they go, and of course the community will help them along the way as well, because that's what these guys do. These racers, they help each other out. Doesn't matter what division they're racing in, they all practice together on the same racetracks. So each of the drivers work with each other, they help each other out, the teams help each other out, and well, we get good racing out of it. So GG's to the community. Here we go, a battle between Kilt and Diabolus. Kilt looking to get the spot here. He's going to move up into 4th place. That was a great move heading up into Surtees right there, as Diabolus was not able to hold the charge of that GTR. And we know how strong this GTR is in a straight line, but he has got 2 Porsches, nimble and quick through these little technikill sectors. So Kilty has his hands full, and John the Jinky trying to take advantage of a wide corner there by Diabolus, and he might grab a position here now as well. Oh, Diabolus fighting hard. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Squeezed a little bit tight there. I think Diabolus turned into John the Jinky just a little bit there into that corner. Just judge off what we saw there, and he just clipped that rear tire. So great job of that, both those drivers at maintaining control of the cars there, and the race continues on here. Ooh, it looks like Kilt made a mistake. Slow moving up in front here. We have Superman in 7th, and I said when that starts kicking off, he's going to have an opportunity to catch up, and that's exactly what's happening there. We have Lucky 7 still in 10th, and Cody B here in 11th, and oh, I have pit lane infraction there again, poor guy. Keep pushing, Kilt. He is definitely sending it, but it is Apex Sim Racing's Heathen here, and with, well, 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this race, it's about 2.5 laps remaining. It is Apex Heathen in the lead, and oh my goodness, here he goes. He went really deep into Surtees. He's going to give that up. It's going to be TDC. He's going to take the position. It's going to be Hulky moving up into 2nd place. Heathen still comes out in 3rd here. He's going to have damage on that race car now and some dirty tires, so he has gap though. 17 seconds to Kilt here in 4th place. The podium is still there for him. He just needs to recuperate himself. A big mistake right there in the Surtees. It's not easy to do. You get a little bit too deep into that corner, and that's exactly what happens. You either just catch that grass and it pulls you in, or you get into the marbles and it just doesn't allow you to get your turn, and you're looking for Cody B making a slight mistake there in Paddock Hill Bend, but he keeps that car in safe running operation. So great job there, Cody B. But it is now Team Rad TDC Gaming here, and he's leading the charge right now. He just lost his win in that first sprint race, looked real good, but now he's got an opportunity of picking it up here in race 2. Hulky, who won race 1, looking to repeat himself here in race 2. We've got Heathen sitting in 3rd position here as well, and just a mistake there coming into Surtees and finding himself now 6 seconds behind Hulky in 2nd place, but 7 seconds ahead of Kilt still. So Kilt, seeing that live timing coming down, that's incentive. Let's see if Kilt can close up the gap. We've got Diabolus here 5th place, and he has a mirror full of John the Jinky in behind him here. I mean, this guy has been all over the back bumper of Diabolus here for the last about 4 or 5 laps, so maybe just setting him up for a late race move, or he just can't quite find his way around. But Superman now getting into the fight here. He's only 1.3 seconds off these two up in front, and he is really pushing. Chip Races in 8th place. We got Captain Pedro in 9th. We've got Lucky 7 here in 10th, and we've got Cody B here in 11th position. We got blue flag being waved there, and of course we do have blue flag procedures. The drivers definitely know what to do there. Get him, Superman. He's pushing. He's pushing. Chip coming into pit lane does not have enough fuel. 8% fuel left in the tank of that car. That's going to hurt position on the racetrack potentially for that driver, but it is Hulky now in the lead of this race as Team Rad TDC now finds himself sitting in 2nd place, chasing that green Mercedes again. It's still Heathen in third place. 5.4 seconds is that gap to Kilt. Heathen cannot wait for this clock to run out right now, as Kilt just continues to shed the time down. An undamaged race car here. He is in potential to possibly steal that podium away. Diabolus here in 5th place. He's right there. John the Jinky in 6th and Superman in 7th. And I mean, Superman's closing in. We have Pedro here in 8th place. We've got Chip here in 9th, so Chip losing 1 spot there to Captain Pedro. 7 in 10th, my bad, 7. And Mr. Cody B, hashtag you matter, chat, is sitting there on the side of that car. So great, again, Forza Facebook streamer coming over to the GT7 side to try his luck against GT7. Absolutely love to see it. So it is Hulky in the lead. TDC has fastest lap on track with a 24.948, so that's a great lap there from that driver, and the only driver potentially to get into those 24s here today so far. Hulky though doing a great job of holding him off, but with the fastest lap just put down in behind him, he has his work absolutely cut out for him here. TDC all over, and here we go, side by side. Is he going to get the position? He does not have the position. Hulky just gets that line that he needed there to keep the position. We got a absolute great battle here for the race win. And what do we have left? We have 45 seconds remaining in this race, so this is going to be it between these two. Let's go check the rest of our field out here. We got Heathen and Kilt 4 seconds apart, and nobody immediately close to each other. We got Lucky 7 coming out of pit lane here, so he must have shorted himself on fuel as well. So right now it's Hulky and TDC as they come around, and it's going to be a 1-lap showdown for those two drivers as they cross that start-finish line. Apex Sim Racing's Heathen, is he going to get one more? Yes, he is. He's going to come around and get one more. Does he have to hold this guy off? He does. Kilt is coming around one more time. Heathen has to hold Kilt for one more lap, yet he is closing in. Diabolus is going to take a 5th place finish here, and it's going to be John the Jinky in 6th. No, they're still going to continue on. They just made the clock. My mistake. Is Superman making the clock? No, it's going to be checkered flag for Superman, and Apex Racing Superman in 7th position. That's going to put ATK Captain Pedro here finishing up in 8th place, pending he does not see Chip Reese make something happen here in the last couple of corners of this race. Oh no, and just as I say that, Chip has a beautiful triple 360 in the middle of the racetrack right there. He keeps that car out of the damage. That's the important thing. But now he's got to worry about Lucky 7 coming in from behind as well, and he's in a blind corner, so that's a dangerous spot to have a car spinning out on the racetrack. But a little spaced out here in the back, so should be okay. And it's going to be Captain Pedro here coming around for another solid 8th place finish for him here tonight. Chip coming around, nice 9th place finish for him. Tough day out there today, but he's looking good on track. Lucky 7's coming around. It's going to be P10 for Lucky 7 here as he rolls around for the final time here as well. Just coming out of Clark's curve. And he's going to bring that thing home sideways in P10. It's Cody B. He is coming around here in P11. Oh, it's going to be Hulky with the win. It's going to be TDC Gaming in 2nd place there. It's going to be Cody B in 11th place. Great job, Cody B. It's going to be Heathen in 3rd, just holding off the charge to Kilt there in 4th place. So Kilt is going to settle in just off the podium here. Diabolus is going to take a 5th place finish, and John the Jinky is going to take a P6 finish here tonight. So congratulations to all those drivers. GG's. Wow, great start to the season right there. Great start to the season right there. GG's to the drivers. All right, 1 second here, chat. Let me get sorted out here for some podiums. All right. All right, so it is DDR Hulky with the race win here tonight. Back-to-back wins. All right, let's go jump into our commentary spot here. All right. So let's make sure we save the replay. All right, GG's to all those AMs. That was some great racing right there, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta tell you, I am very, very impressed with our AM drivers. Not only our returning drivers, but the brand spanking new drivers. I mean, some of these drivers are brand new to the game. They just started practicing a couple days ago, earning the money to buy the car they need to race with. I mean, GG's to all the drivers. All 11 of these guys tonight put on an incredible set of races, and I am absolutely honored to be in the box to bring this to everybody to start off Roving Island World Tour 2 North America. Absolutely beautiful. That was some beautiful racing. DDR Hulky coming in with a big win. Big win. Hey, it's not always about the guy who's fastest on track, bro. It's not always about the guy who's fastest on track, my guy. Alright, so we got Diabolus here. He's coming in with, of course, a podium finish from the first race. Alright, we got TDC in the house. Looks like we got Heathen up in the house. Alright, our drivers are getting up into the box here. That is fantastic. Alright, let's flip you over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so we're just waiting for a couple more drivers here. And we're just going to screenshot those post-race results, of course. So now what happens, ladies and gentlemen, like always, drivers have 24 hours. If they feel like there was an incident on the racetrack that may have cost them time or a position on the racetrack, they can file an incident report with the race control in behind the scenes in the GT45 Gaming Discord server. From there, of course, administration takes over. They open the ticket. They get the video evidence required to assess it, and then the stewards take over, make their assessment, and then that decision is, of course, made by our stewarding staff within 24 hours. If the driver's not happy with the decision, they do have the right to appeal, but they do need to supply supporting evidence with that appeal, and that's why we make sure that the drivers save their replays. So GG's to all the drivers. Cody B, great job out there, my dude. Great job out there, my dude. GG's, Cody. I'm proud of you, buddy. That was tough racing out there. Mike super low. Gotcha. I'll bring it closer. I'll bring it closer. All right, so we're going to start off interviews here. I just need to bring up some pictures, you know, some pictures. All right, so we're looking for Hulky, Kilt, and Benjo here in first, second, and third place in the first race, and then Hulky, TDC, and Heathen. All right. I think we're gonna go talk to probably Hulky first. Alright, gentlemen, that's some good racing out there. We're going to try and get to Diabolus, and if Hulky pops in, him first, just because they're, well, on the other side of the world from North America here. So we're going to go to sprint race number 1, ladies and gentlemen, and the first time in the series here representing Icer Esports is Icer Diabolus, and he comes in with a great third place race 1 finish here. Congratulations on a great first race. Talk us through it, man. How did it feel?
We've done a lot of pre-season practice. The team's using the 911 in another league that we do down here in Australia, so the car felt like, you know, second home for me. Bit of a no-brainer testing. Just wanted to keep it smooth, calm, cool. In race 1, we did it. Race 2, I wasn't too bad. I made a bit of a mistake, which allowed the third place driver to grab the position, but it is what it is.
I mean, you know, that's the way it is. It's the first round of the season, completely different format than what the racers are used to seeing coming from our UK esports organization out there. So it's a mixture of sprint racing and endurance racing this season. So we had a nice, great set of sprint races here tonight, and that changes how racing happens too as well. When you're in a long endurance race, your method, your mentality changes on how you approach a race. But when you have 15 minutes on the clock, it's a completely different mentality. So, you know, unfamiliar faces, unfamiliar drivers, you guys are feeling each other out. You're on different cars. There's different braking points, turning points. I mean, how do you prepare for something like that going into a 10-week season?
You can't really prepare for it unless you know you've raced with the guys week in, week out. Some of these guys like Chip, Heaven, we've raced in other leagues and, you know, other events, and we sort of know each other's pace and where we stand, but really at the end of the day, it's you don't know what anyone's going to do, and you just hope for the best.
Absolutely. And I mean, you came in, you looked real good here today, coming all the way from the other side of the world. So we do appreciate the support as well here. And I mean, great racing out there, great action, great passing, great battling. Lots of mistakes made early on in the season. A little bit of nerves, perhaps, for some of the drivers that aren't quite familiar with the league racing aspect. But there was a little bit of blue flag traffic in the second race. I mean, how was that to handle? Did everything go well there?
I didn't get a lot of blue flag traffic. I think a lot of the blue flag traffic that I got was people making mistakes and off the racing surface. So I didn't see a lot of it personally. Um, but it looked, from what I could see and what I could, no one got upset in race comms and whatnot. So it looked like it was pretty good.
I mean, all the drivers looked very prepared today. I mean, the two great racing starts here from you guys, and I got to tell you, we told the fans when we started the broadcast today, just because it's the amateur division doesn't mean the action is not going to be top level. And I got to say, it was very top level. So great start to the racing season for you. Two very strong race finishes here, and any shout outs or thank yous before we head on over to the next driver?
Uh, Honestly, the boys that are running Sector 1 with us, they're the guys that are running the 911. I'm getting all the tips on how to run the car from them, putting all the practice work in with those guys as well. So it really helps and just really good to get back to racing after taking nearly 3 months off.
Well, we're definitely glad to see you, and it doesn't look like you skipped too much of a beat there. You're looking real good on track, and we definitely can't wait to see you at Road Atlanta next week.
Cheers, mate. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. And congratulations on that third place win in race one sprint. All right, so it
Yeah,
was,
thanks, mate.
I believe it was Kilt coming in second place here, but we're just going to jump over Kilt here for a second. We're going to go talk to DDR Hulky because it's very, very late where he's at. So you can hear me, good sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, fantastic. So great racing today. You come in and back-to-back race wins here for you. How you feeling? Congratulations.
Thank you for congratulations. To be honest, I wasn't really confident with the AMG. I did a lot of testing and I was going to go for Porsche. And then because I got too attached to the AMG, I thought I'd go for the AMG. Coming on this track, I didn't really feel confident at all. But as the race was going, I was getting used to the car, used to the braking points, uh, carrying the speed round corners correctly. Yeah, I've misjudged my gears in some corners, but I learned from that. And to be fair, this is the first time I win the race one and race two in the last 3 years I've been doing sim racing. So for me, I'm sweating like a pig. I'm shaking. Uh, it's been good. All the drivers have actually really pushed it. The second race was unbelievable. The damn cat, he almost had me, to be fair. He almost had me in the second race.
Well, that was some incredible driving from you, and well, congratulations on your first back-to-back league wins. We have a lot of firsts that happen at GT45 Gaming here, and all these great series provided by DDR and DMJ, and I'm glad to see we have another one here, and it's DDR Hulky tonight. Absolutely thrilled for you. You looked very solid out there. Now, you got to run the series obviously in the UK, so you have a little bit of strategy information. Did that help you tonight against this absolutely quick field of drivers?
To be fair, I didn't really know my strategy from the AMG because the one I did in the UK, I did GTR 18, and that car compared to the AMG is totally different. The steering on the AMG is a bit wider than a GTR, so the GTR can cut in the corners more than the AMG. That's what I've noticed. Uh, the gearing, I say the GTR carries more speed than the AMG. That's from my preference.
Absolutely, and I mean, you looked really, really solid in the car, and I mean, you had some great competition out there. Like you said, you were talking about the damn cat from Team Rad. You had Apex Sim Racing Heathen putting all kinds of heat and pressure. You had your teammate DDR Kilty behind you, really, really, really making you work for it. But overall, I mean, for race one, you got a good break free, and you just controlled the race. But race two, I mean, you had to start from that reverse grid setup. You had to come all the way from 11th place, and you found your way all the way through the field to take home that race win. So very, very well deserved and well earned. And I know it's super early, and you just probably want to go wake up and kiss the wife and the newest addition to the family. But it's a little hard to control yourself sometimes. But I'm ecstatic for you. Congratulations, coming over to the North American side and immediately asserting dominance for Team DDR here in round one. You're going to pick up a lot of points here, heading into Road Atlanta with leading the championship standings. How does that feel, and how do you prepare now for the rest of the season moving forward?
That's a good question. You never know what happens in each race. I could have a real bad race in the next race. You just don't know what's going to happen. But so far, I'm feeling positive, and I can see some drivers got really good potential on track. And in my own time, I am going to watch the replay myself. Also, for drivers in the Pro AM want to add me as a friend, I'm happy to join with them for practice lobbies, giving some tips if there's need to. I'm all open.
Absolutely, and that we do appreciate that, and that's the vibe. That's the vibe here in the driving community down here. That's they help each other. We said it earlier in the broadcast. The drivers do all race together. All the divisions mix together. They have practice races. They have practice sessions. They open lobbies up. They work with each other. They help. They tip. They trip. So if you're struggling, you're one of the racers. All you got to do is reach out. And I guarantee you, one of the great drivers in this series is definitely going to jump on track with you at the next available moment and help you out with what you're struggling with. And Hulky right there just said it himself. He's always willing to help a lending hand when he is able to do so. I mean, congratulations. I'm buzzing for you, mate. And I bet you the boys back at DDR are going to be absolutely excited when they see what happened here tonight. Any shout outs and thank yous for you, my guy?
Yeah, I want to say shout out to you, GT45 Gaming, for allowing me to join North America League. The reason I joined the North America League is because I wanted to see experience different from the UK and the USA. So I am learning quite a lot. I also want to thank Kilt Racer because we do a lot of practice ourselves. Also to D.90, DMJ Vroom for sorting out this league, and a lot of stuff being done behind the scenes. So that's about it, really.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate that. And I'm going to let you go, my guy. I'm sure you're so excited. You probably got to get out, stretch, jump around, scream at a pillow or something. But enjoy your moment, and congratulations on your very first wins in competitive league racing, my guy. Very well deserved today.
Thank you very much. I made my two dogs scream and bark because I was screaming my head off.
Fantastic. Go get some, my guy.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
All right, let's talk to DDR Kilt, our second place driver in the round one Brands Hatch sprint race, our first race of the night. So DDR Kilt coming in and absolutely just applying the pressure to his teammate Hulky. Now, as you heard Hulky say, that these guys do work together and practice together. They're teammates, so you would expect that, obviously. And of course, giving a big shout out to the help that Kilt provides there as well. But both these drivers were definitely looking prepared here tonight as they race around the racetrack. Congratulations, great second place finish. We see some great results out of you last season in DMJ, and you come back right at the beginning of the season, absolutely asserting how quick of a driver you can be. Second place finish. Talk us through it, my guy.
You hear me?
We can hear you. You betcha.
Okay. I wasn't sure if the mic was working or not. I wasn't ready whatsoever, to be honest. I just came in to do the race and put on a good show like I always try. Yeah, Hulky blew it away with both wins. Impressive. It's hard chasing these guys.
Absolutely, and overall, the overall pace of the top seven in these two races was quite close. I mean, really, the only thing that separated, I think, this field tonight from really having some tight door-to-door racing was just those little mistakes that each individual driver was kind of making upon themselves for the most part here tonight. It looked like a very good, clean race, and everybody was very patient and respectful out there. And I mean, you just looked strong out there. Again, looking for a full season and a championship this season as DDR killed, hopefully. And well, it starts off with a second place and just falls off the podium right at the end of last race there, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right on that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know what happened, but when I went into the pits, it gassed me up. But those pit guys are getting beaten when I'm done. They didn't change the tires, so I had to go back in and swap the tires again. If it wasn't for that, pretty sure I would have still been on Hulky's ass the whole time.
Well, absolutely, and I mean, we were speculating on what happened there. We weren't sure if it was just misfuel or a tire issue there with seeing that second pit stop, but still come back with a fourth place finish. And I mean, you were right there. You needed another lap on Heathen there, and you potentially might have got yourself back and squeaking into that third place position. But a second and a fourth place finish out of the two races is going to be very good points here tonight. So, overall happy with the result. And how do you feel about the field, the competitive field here this season so far?
I'm glad with all these guys. A big shout out to Cody B to finally make it onto the track with us in these leagues. It's about time, boy. But yeah, these guys are all great drivers. Pushed me hard. I had a hard time chasing half of these guys. And I think it's going to be an interesting season yet again. And,
Absolutely. And we still have drivers that are sitting in the wings that are still waiting for their qualifying runs here as well. So this might be a few more drivers coming into the lobby here for round two, some more new faces, which it just means that it's going to just stack up the competition that much more. So, you're going to be sitting in a pretty good position moving into next week's round at Road Atlanta. How do you feel about Road Atlanta?
ooh, I can't wait. One of my favorite tracks, you know me in these oddball tracks.
Well, it's not an oddball
Uh,
track, that's for sure, but it's a technical racetrack for sure. But right
it
up Kilty's
has its
style.
own little quirks. That I'll say with that track. It's like a dance with the track. And with but yeah, with the GTR, I'm having a blast with this track so far. Next one's going to be another blast to see if I can pull up at least another podium.
Oh well, I mean, you're looking real strong, but the competition looks strong out there, and I think first race of the season, first round, everybody wants just to perform well and put on a good show, and nerves set in a little bit too. So you think a little bit of nerves probably sets in a little bit, especially for some of the new drivers here. But overall, I think that all of you guys did an absolutely spectacular job racing
Yeah.
here today, and I can't wait to see what everybody's going to bring at Road Atlanta. So, any thank yous and shout outs, I guess you want to toss out there?
Well, usual thank yous to you, D Dot, all the crew from DDR. Hulky, big shout out for the wins tonight. Wifey for letting me do this, even though she hates it at times. But shout out to everybody that participates, everybody that watches the show. You guys are the big part too, because a lot of us do this so that you guys got something to watch and enjoy. Plus, we enjoy doing this on top of that. Me, I
Absolutely.
love it. I love just bringing my paintwork onto the screen. Gets you guys to see all my artwork.
Absolutely, and great artist Mr. Kilt Racer is definitely a livery guru. You want something a little bit special. You want something done absolutely unique and extra eccentric. Kilty is your guy. This guy can make anything out of nothing. So if you're looking for a livery, Kilt Racer might be the guy for you. But we
Oh
appreciate you, my
wait,
guy. Oh, go ahead.
these these replays I'm saving, I'm going to do little video edits too, so we'll have some stuff to watch in the future.
We love that
And
chat. We
thank you
love
to you,
that.
man.
Hey, cheers, brother, and have yourself a good evening. And again, congratulations on the second and fourth place finisher in round one.
Thank you, sir. Till next time.
Until the next time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now that leads us to our third place and our second place finisher in our feature race, our 30-minute sprint race, race number 2. And we're going to start with Apex Sim Racing's Heathen. We're no stranger to this gentleman. We've seen him racing lots throughout broadcast here from GT45 Gaming and other organizations. And of course, last season's DMJ and prior seasons. He comes back this season looking to charge up for a championship here again this season and gets himself a nice podium finish in race 2 here. So third place finish. Congratulations on a great race there. You're looking real good. We made a little bit of a mistake, but boy, you really recovered it well and just held the charge off a Kilt Racer to get your first podium of the season. So talk us through it, man. How was the racing tonight?
Racing was killer. First race, I couldn't string together a set of laps to save my life. And second race, finally got my rhythm together. Kind of got a feel for where the pit window was going to be for the mediums. Stopped around 13 minutes for the softs and a dash of gas. Went back out and at first place, signed, sealed, and delivered. I think with about 3 to go, I think it was 3 or 4 to go, I came through sector 1 and was purple by 4/10, and racers. I saw purple and I had to go for it. So kind of bottled it and still happy with the podium. Ended up well. Uh, Looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm going to take this a week at a time. One of the things that I've noticed that I tend to do the few seasons that I've got under my belt so far is I've been looking ahead to races where I know the track and I know I'm good at the track and not focusing on the challenge right in front of me. So that's what I'm setting my mind to for this season and try and come back and get some dubs for the Apex boys.
Absolutely, and boy, the Apex boys were out in full force here tonight. I think the whole team was out cheering their drivers on here tonight too. And not only them, VPR, ATK, all the teams out supporting their drivers here in this AM division here tonight to kick off Roving Island World Tour 2 NA edition. I can't talk today apparently, but that was a great racing. We know, I mean, we've seen what you can do in the past, and you got new family on the way, and not a whole lot of time for racing. So is the goal definitely a championship here before the newest edition of the family arrives?
I believe so. She's she's due in November, so we'll squeak this right before she gets here, hopefully, and that would definitely be a welcome start to the new edition, welcoming her into a brand new championship. That's kind of why I broke out the car from that past championship season I won with you watching and calling the shots for me, calling the comms.
Well, you're definitely looking it up there to start the season.
New model, and I gotta say, I have to give props to Hulky. I was quick in the Merc, but he was proper fast. I mean, especially that second race coming from that far back to win it, he would have been right on me on the last lap if I hadn't bottled it anyway. So I think he would either been right behind me or just gotten around me by that last lap because he definitely had the pace. I smoked my tires running away from him and Radcat.
Absolutely, and a couple of the drivers, some of the drivers in some of the divisions, like I said, did run the UK Edition Series, which just ended a couple weekends ago. So they do have that a little bit of an advantage of running the tracks, having a little bit of extra track time, having a little bit of strategy information coming in. But as we said to the viewers, what they don't know is what they're up against with this North American driving community. And I gotta say, the two just melded in so well together. And I think that this AM division is going to start off a great round of racing each and every single week for us. I mean, you've seen the competitors out there on track. We've seen great battling, lots of position changing. I mean, in my opinion, right now, very early on, there is easily 8 drivers and 3 waiting in the wings to take a race win at any time here. What do you figure?
Yeah, everybody's looking racy. So I'm in it to win it. Obviously, hate to sound cliche there, but there's I I would honestly say a full grid of cars that are capable of winning a race this season. And I gotta say, props to Cody B. I can already tell he's gonna come into this. Give him another week or so, he'll be on track, full force, on pace. He was quick out there tonight for being brand new at GT. I know he races on other platforms, but that was a good showing tonight. Good job, man.
Absolutely, and just huge props to the It's Cody B community. We has another one of his community members, John the Jinky, coming in for his debut tonight as well. And we just want to make a special notice to all the new faces here tonight. We have VPR's Lucky Seven also come in brand new to the series here tonight as well, and well, lots of new faces, but not some of them not unfamiliar, so to speak. And we also had Captain Pedro from ATK Motorsports, and like I said, It's Cody B and John the Jinky. They were up for the driver of the day vote here this round as well, just because they're brand new faces and some of these guys brand new to the game. So we're gonna give the love right to these brand new drivers, and it was actually It's Cody B that came up with the driver of the day awards. So I just want to say congratulations to It's Cody B on being it driver of the day, AM Division round 1. That will be some bonus points added to Cody B's championship points here once we do the standings. So I just want to toss that out before the interviews as well, and I think it's well deserved. Again, brand new to the game, maybe 6 hours played. I thought he did an incredible job as well, but not to take away from all of the drivers out there because they all had their own special style of races out there. That's for sure. I guess with that being said, I mean, any last remarks you want to toss out there? Any thank yous, of course, Heathen.
Yeah, I gotta, of course, first and foremost, throw a shout out to the wifey and mama to be Rachel, our daughter Elena, and our soon to be new addition Olivia. I love you guys. I know you're in the other room, but you're both sleeping. I'm gonna watch this tomorrow, probably. I hope. But yeah. Other than that, gotta obviously thank GT45 Gaming, you, of course, boys back at Apex, for giving me some lap time this week, getting some track time, seat time in, and DDR, of course, for throwing us this fantastic series. This one's going to be fun. I like the sprint and enduro setup. It kind of gives you a chance to get a little groove and knock the dust off maybe a little bit. Of course, yeah, inverted grid or not, you want to win. So a racer's always going to try and go for the W, whether he's going to start from the back or not. That's what we're going for. Apex up top. Chris, good job out there, brother.
Absolutely, and great call outs as always, my guy. And I mean, a great start to the race season for you as well. First race wasn't quite exactly what you're looking for, but boy, oh boy, you sure made up for it in race number 2 with that third place finish. And again, congratulations, and can't wait to see you at Road Atlanta next week.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening, brother.
You too. Cheers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last but definitely not least, Team Rad's The Damn Cat, TDC Gaming over on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in, this is one of the drivers that ran over in the UK side of things, and he looked real good out there tonight. Victim of his own mistakes, basically, here tonight, which I think was the case for most of the drivers, but you looked really solid out there. And I mean, driving my dream car, the Dodge Viper, so, you know, you get extra bonus point props for driving commentators' favorite car, by the way. But you looked really good out there. You look solid. Looks like you got a great handle on the car. How was the racing out there for you tonight?
Well, I felt pretty good to me actually. Besides just the couple of spins in the first race, it felt really good.
Absolutely, and I mean, in that situation, big league race, you're starting off the season in this multi-split series down here. Do you feel a little bit of that pressure at the beginning of the race, and was it just you kind of had to let the nerves settle down a little bit and just get into your rhythm?
I just needed to get into my rhythm. Really, it takes a little bit, takes a few laps for me to actually get into it. But a couple of times, even there at the end of the first race, I got a little throttle happy there near the end, and it went around.
Absolutely, and I mean, tough. I mean, in a great position there, but you just got that car turned around, and you got that you got the sand and the dirt and all this stuff off the tires, and then you just got yourself rocking and rolling again and put your head down, and again a good recovery driving that first race, but the second race you were fighting real good and hard there. And did you think there near the end of the race you might have had a shot at that race win, or did you think that just Hulky was just a little bit out of reach here today?
I think it was the next to last lap. I had one chance to get around him, and when that chance came, I was like, if I push too hard while taking both of us out, I don't want to do that. So I just backed off and stayed behind for the rest of the way.
Absolutely, and not necessarily the worst racing decision. After 10 weeks of racing, that racing decision could really make a big difference at the end of the season in potentially even winning a championship. So you had two really good race finishes here today. You're going to be sitting pretty solid in the AM side of the standings once this is all settled in. How was the racing out there? How did you feel about the group? Did you enjoy the battling? What was your favorite part about the racing here at Brands Hatch this evening?
It was just a fun race, good race, mostly good group of guys. We kept it close and kept it clean for the most part. So props to all that. Props to everybody out there. And I'm already looking forward to next week, even though it's going to be my second worst track on the schedule.
Which is unfortunate. But that just means you got to put in a little bit of extra work there with the boys back at the clubhouse and just get them to help you lock you in there. It's a very tricky racetrack, Road Atlanta. It's a very tight, technical racetrack. There's not a whole lot of high speed section on it except for one fairly long straightaway for the most part on that track. So, I guess what's your approach? You're going to a track that you're not confident on, but you're confident with the car. Clearly, we see you driving that car quite a bit, so you have lots of seat time in behind the wheel of that Dodge Viper. So I guess how do you approach your practice now moving into round two for next week?
Basically, just try to do more of it. Really, just get more time on that track. That's I think my biggest issue with World Atlanta is just the fact that I'm not that familiar with it. So I'm just basically this coming week, just gonna basically as every opportunity I get, I'm gonna be behind the wheel on that track, just putting laps in, and looking at some other looking at replays I can find of other people who've raced on there, identify what their lines are, and see if I can apply those same lines to try to improve my pace around there.
Absolutely, and all very, very good ideas to do. Saving your own replays and even watching your own replays, you'd be surprised how much you can learn from your own driving around a racetrack as well. But a race car driver that is most certainly ready to do what it takes to try and win a championship here this season, by the sounds of it. Rather than sitting there to watch the tape and do the video and do the research, and then that's how we improve as race car drivers. We can only learn by trying, and we can only learn by making mistakes. And we, like I said, we see lots of the drivers make their own little small individual mistakes for the most part here tonight. And unfortunately, on this racetrack, that just sometimes relates to a bigger mistake because of the nature of Brands Hatch. On other racetracks, those smaller mistakes may not relate to nowhere near as much. But first race of the season, they kind of got a feel for each other around the racetrack here now, and I suspect that over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to really start seeing this group have some good door-to-door, nose-to-tail racing. But looking forward to next week and the rest of the season.
Definitely. Good racing with these guys is just gonna help me get better, and me pushing them is gonna help them get better. It's just to make for better racing all around. So definitely looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Great debut here for you today and for Team Rad here as well to start things off in Roving Island. Of course, you'll have some of your fellow drivers in the other divisions that'll be coming later this week here as well. But I guess any final regards and any thank yous or shout outs you'd like to toss out there?
Just big shout out to you first of all, just for basically hosting this, putting this on, giving me the opportunity to be here, put on a good show. Shout out to Nolander, always encouraging me to improve and get better at this. And D-Dot 90 for the same thing as well. And just Ghost Viper for basically inspiring me to get into this in the first place.
Boy, there's a legendary name. We don't hear it often enough anymore. Hey, chat. We all know the GVG squad here at GT45 Gaming and DDR. So much love, brother. We appreciate that. Ghost Viper, I think it was all of our inspirations as content creators here since his absolute epic times on Facebook. He's not gone. He's still there. Stay tuned for more from Ghost Viper Gaming as well. But we appreciate you, man. Great racing here tonight, TDC. And definitely can't wait to see what you have for us next week.
Thank you much, and looking forward to it.
Awesome. Cheers, and go celebrate there in the clubhouse. We appreciate you, my guy, and have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Same to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, lots of podium interviewees here today. 5 in total because, well, DDR's Hulky just absolutely double down here today. It's going to take both race wins, big points for DDR's Hulky coming in and absolutely popping off here tonight. And he's going to come in leading the championship into round 2 once everything is made official. Let's catch up with chat. You guys have been absolutely killing it out there. I apologize for ignoring you. I'm not doing it on purpose. We just like to try and give the drivers their time to have their speak and their say. So tattoos being countdown, we caught up on all that. TDC Gaming Column, cool collected. They're definitely quality racers. They sure are. Nolander, keep pushing killed. We've seen that. Fantastic drive. Hulky says Bo Walters, driver of the day in my opinion. Hey, absolutely. But unfortunately we can only pick 4 to put in the polls, so dealer's choice on that one, I suppose. But no, great drive from Hulky, 100%. Very, very pleased. First league wins for Hulky here as well. Another first here down in the North America Series. We love to see it. That's what it is all about. Very entertaining event. Hey, we appreciate you, Bo. Good race, everybody. Cody B, great job, dude, for real. That was a first for you also. Hey, we appreciate you, Pedro. Great job out there. Nice, consistent, cool, calm, collected. You didn't panic, dude. Great racing, my guy. Great racing. Hey, Paulie B, what is up? Awesome, Kilty. It's Cody B, says Paulie B. Thanks for letting you race. Thank you for being a part of it, Cody. We can't wait to see you next week, my guy. Hey, Heathen keeps smashing it, says Scott. GG's boys, says Chris. Team Rad, well done. TDC, well done. The Damn Cat. Absolutely, that was great racing. Let's recap what we saw here tonight. Different style of racing coming here from GT45 Gaming in our typical time slots here. And you know what? We're excited about what's coming this season. We have this great sprint race setup, followed up by endurance races after the sprint race week. So, I mean, what else can you ask for? We're going to see 2 absolutely hot, intense, and packed races, and then we're going to see some sprint races come into play. And when those sprint races come in, or the endurance races come into play, pardon me, we're going to see a different style of racing. We're going to see a lot more of a controlled pace, and I think we're going to see a lot more tight driving with the drivers because that pace is going to be a lot more controlled. In these sprint races, the drivers have the ability really to put the car on the limit and try to keep that car on the limit for the duration of that sprint race. If they can handle that, then they're going to put themselves in a really great position to potentially have a race podium, and we saw that tonight from some of our drivers. For the rest of the drivers, hey, you know what? We have new and experienced drivers here, and it's a learning curve, and they continue to learn from each other. They continue to push each other, and they're going to continue to get faster and faster as the season progresses. And by the end of this season, these drivers will have all of you at home watching on the edge of your seats, absolutely screaming their names at the TV to push us a little bit harder to take that checkered flag first. I appreciate everybody coming in, the likes, the shares, the comments over on Facebook and over on YouTube. If you haven't yet, please do us a favor. Don't forget to like and share that out. We're also supporting McMillan Cancer Support as always here, and there is a donation link here on the Facebook page. That link stays active even on the pre-recorded broadcast, so if you're interested in helping out a great organization, so you can go ahead and donate through that link. It is safe, secure, it takes you right directly through Facebook, and McMillan Cancer Support directly gets that donation from whatever it is that you decide to pay from. We appreciate everybody. Remember, like it says on the side of It's Cody B's car, you all matter, and we appreciate all the amazing support. We're going to send you off with some highlights, and we'll see you tomorrow night for Roving Island World Tour 2, Round 1 Brands Hatch Pro Division. That's right. We're sending the big dogs out tomorrow night. Don't want to miss it. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time is when that qualifying flag will drop, and we are going to see the top 15 drivers in our driving pool this season absolutely battle it out for supremacy. We appreciate y'all. GT45 Gaming out. Until tomorrow night. Love you. See you soon. Stay winning.